Ego Television High School Sports, brought to you by Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes, Corey, Pam, and the entire staff support the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today 628-6712. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity.
Lifetime Dental Care is devoted to helping you, your family, and friends achieve your healthiest and brightest smile. They are now accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 to schedule your appointment. They know every person's dental needs are unique, and that is why they offer you a comprehensive selection of treatment options in a comfortable and caring atmosphere. Dr. Lowe and his dental team want you to enjoy your visit. Lifetime Dental Care, accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 or see them at lifetimedentalcare.com.
Gut Shock Equipment, family owned since 1973. Choose from an incredible selection of products, including Arctic Cat. Stop dreaming, start riding. Always wear a helmet and don't drink and ride. Kurt Staub Agency, your American family insurance agent with locations in Hayes and Ellis. Just the right coverage for wherever your dreams take you. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Vernie's Hamburger House, 17th and Vine in Hayes. Bacon Rind Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon Rind today. Cross Manufacturing, looking for a few good people to join their team. Apply today. Cross Manufacturing. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful. Energy efficient and comfortable with quality products they stand behind. See them online at homesteelsiding.com.
Thank you for choosing to style Classic Quality Body Shop.
Classic Quality Body Shop has had the pleasure of serving this area since 1984. Much like a sports team, Shelton and his team have worked hard, grown together, and followed the playbook of taking care of customers to become one of the most highly regarded body shops in the area. Support your local team, whether on the field or when choosing who you do business with.
Thank you for choosing to style Classic Quality Body Shop.
See their ad in the Next Tech directory.
Steel Fabrications, the Iron Men of Western Kansas. Steel Fabrications. Thirsties, before the game, during the game, and after the game. Enjoy great food and a great atmosphere. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. Call or stop by today for all your real estate needs. Next Tech Wireless, avid supporters of local athletic programs, and have sponsored multiple school events. Are you ready for something different? See Next Tech Wireless. NCK Tech, North Central Kansas Technical College, is dedicated to being a leader in workforce development by maximizing value for students, employers, and communities. Log on to ncktc.edu to see what they can do for you. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial. Building dreams for over 30 years, Paul Wurtenberger Construction. Insurance Planning Incorporated, insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price, remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and AgPro Crop Insurance. Offices in Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online today at HayesChevrolet.com.
Good morning.
Everyone in Hayes says you can clean anything, so can you get this tough stain out?
Grape jelly, we can get that out.
Wow, you guys really are good.
Master Cleaners in Hayes offers a variety of services including dry cleaning, alterations, laundry, tuxedo rentals, and free pickup and delivery.
G&L Tire and Automotive. G&L Tire is proud to be voted #1 tire store by the people of Hayes since 2005. They've been a part of the community since 1997 and look forward to seeing you at 201 East 8th in Hayes. Walmart. Save money, live better, Walmart. Whiskey Creek Wood Fire Grill, where the fire's always burning. Whiskey Creek. Leon's Welding and Fabrication. From welding and fabrication to sandblasting and powder coating to supporting the community, you can always count on Leon's Welding and Fabrication. Commerce Bank. Here's the ones that rise to the challenge. Commerce Bank. Commercial Builders. On time, on target, on budget. Commercial Builders. Redeem Designs. Screen print, embroidery, design. Where you'll find better ideas, better designs, better people. Come experience the best. 2204 Vine and Hayes. Redeem Designs. James Motor Company. Proud to serve our hometown athletes. They have an excellent selection of new and used Buick, Cadillac, and GMC vehicles. See the good guys for the best deal around. James Motor Company, 13th and Main in Hayes.
It's a beautiful day in our super high-speed internet great customer service neighborhood. Like you, this is where we live. In fact, our company is employee-owned, so it's our goal to improve the quality of life for everyone in our community by delivering faster, more reliable internet, clearer, more feature-laden phone service, quality TV channels, all with the level of customer service you'd expect from people who are your neighbors. Eagle Communications. Our community connected.
Eagle Television High School Sports, brought to you by Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes, Corey, Pam, and the entire staff support the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today 628-6712. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity.
Lifetime Dental Care is devoted to helping you, your family, and friends achieve your healthiest and brightest smile. They are now accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 to schedule your appointment. They know every person's dental needs are unique, and that is why they offer you a comprehensive selection of treatment options in a comfortable and caring atmosphere. Dr. Lowe and his dental team want you to enjoy your visit. Lifetime Dental Care, accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 or see them at lifetimedentalcare.com.
Gut Shock Equipment, family owned since 1973. Choose from an incredible selection of products, including Arctic Cat. Stop dreaming, start riding. Always wear a helmet and don't drink and ride. Kurt Staub Agency, your American family insurance agent with locations in Hayes and Ellis. Just the right coverage for wherever your dreams take you. Bernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Bernie's Hamburger House, 17th and Vine in Hayes. Bacon Rind Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon Rind today. Cross Manufacturing, looking for a few good people to join their team. Apply today. Cross Manufacturing. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful. Energy efficient and comfortable with quality products they stand behind. See them online at homesteelsiding.com.
Thank you for choosing to style Classic Quality Body Shop.
Classic Quality Body Shop has had the pleasure of serving this area since 1984. Much like a sports team, Shelton and his team have worked hard, grown together, and followed the playbook of taking care of customers to become one of the most highly regarded body shops in the area. Support your local team, whether on the field or when choosing who you do business with.
Thank you for choosing to style Classic Quality Body Shop.
See their ad in the Next Tech directory.
Steel Fabrications, the Iron Men of Western Kansas. Steel Fabrications. Thirsties, before the game, during the game, and after the game. Enjoy great food and a great atmosphere. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. Call or stop by today for all your real estate needs. Next Tech Wireless, avid supporters of local athletic programs, and have sponsored multiple school events. Are you ready for something different? See Next Tech Wireless. NCK Tech, North Central Kansas Technical College, is dedicated to being a leader in workforce development by maximizing value for students, employers, and communities. Log on to nckTC.edu to see what they can do for you. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial. Building dreams for over 30 years, Paul Wurtenberger Construction. Insurance Planning Incorporated, insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price, remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and AgPro Crop Insurance. Offices in Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online today at HayesChevrolet.com.
Good morning.
Everyone in Hayes says you can clean anything, so can you get this tough stain out?
Grape jelly, we can get that out.
Wow, you guys really are good.
Master Cleaners in Hayes offers a variety of services including dry cleaning, alterations, laundry, tuxedo rentals, and free pickup and delivery.
G&L Tire and Automotive. G&L Tire is proud to be voted #1 tire store by the people of Hayes since 2005. They've been a part of the community since 1997 and look forward to seeing you at 201 East 8th in Hayes. Walmart. Save money, live better, Walmart. Whiskey Creek Woodfire Grill, where the fire is always burning. Whiskey Creek. Leon's Welding and Fabrication. From welding and fabrication to sandblasting and powder coating to supporting the community, you can always count on Leon's Welding and Fabrication. Commerce Bank. Here's the ones that rise to the challenge. Commerce Bank. Commercial Builders. On time, on target, on budget. Commercial Builders. Redeem Designs. Screen print, embroidery, design. Where you'll find better ideas, better designs, better people. Come experience the best. 2204 Vine in Hayes. Redeem Designs. James Motor Company. Proud to serve our hometown athletes. They have an excellent selection of new and used Buick, Cadillac, and GMC vehicles. See the good guys for the best deal around. James Motor Company, 13th and Main in Hayes.
It's a beautiful day in our super high-speed internet great customer service neighborhood. Like you, this is where we live. In fact, our company is employee-owned, so it's our goal to improve the quality of life for everyone in our community by delivering faster, more reliable internet, clearer, more feature-laden phone service, quality TV channels, all with the level of customer service you'd expect from people who are your neighbors. Eagle Communications. Our community connected.
Eagle Television High School Sports, brought to you by Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes, Corey, Pam, and the entire staff support the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today 628-6712. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity.
Lifetime Dental Care is devoted to helping you, your family, and friends achieve your healthiest and brightest smile. They are now accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 to schedule your appointment. They know every person's dental needs are unique, and that is why they offer you a comprehensive selection of treatment options in a comfortable and caring atmosphere. Dr. Lowe and his dental team want you to enjoy your visit. Lifetime Dental Care, accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 or see them at lifetimedentalcare.com.
Gut Shock Equipment, family owned since 1973. Choose from an incredible selection of products, including Arctic Cat. Stop dreaming, start riding. Always wear a helmet and don't drink and ride. Kurt Staub Agency, your American family insurance agent with locations in Hayes and Ellis. Just the right coverage for wherever your dreams take you. Bernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Bernie's Hamburger House, 17th and Vine in Hayes. Bacon Rind Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon Rind today. Cross Manufacturing, looking for a few good people to join their team. Apply today. Cross Manufacturing. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful. Energy efficient and comfortable with quality products they stand behind. See them online at homesteelsiding.com.
Thank you for choosing to style Classic Quality Body Shop.
Classic Quality Body Shop has had the pleasure of serving this area since 1984. Much like a sports team, Shelton and his team have worked hard, grown together, and followed the playbook of taking care of customers to become one of the most highly regarded body shops in the area. Support your local team, whether on the field or when choosing who you do business with.
Thank you for choosing to style Classic Quality Body Shop.
See their ad in the Next Tech directory.
Steel Fabrications, the Iron Men of Western Kansas. Steel Fabrications. Thirsties, before the game, during the game, and after the game. Enjoy great food and a great atmosphere. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. Call or stop by today for all your real estate needs. Nextech Wireless, avid supporters of local athletic programs, and have sponsored multiple school events. Are you ready for something different? See Nextech Wireless. NCK Tech, North Central Kansas Technical College, is dedicated to being a leader in workforce development by maximizing value for students, employers, and communities. Log on to ncktc.edu to see what they can do for you. Paul Wertenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial. Building dreams for over 30 years, Paul Wertenberger Construction. Insurance Planning Incorporated, insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price, remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and AgPro Crop Insurance. Offices in Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online today at HayesChevrolet.com.
Good morning.
Everyone in Hayes says you can clean anything. So can you get this tough stain out?
Grape jelly, we can get that out.
Wow, you guys really are good.
Master Cleaners in Hayes offers a variety of services including dry cleaning, alterations, laundry, tuxedo rentals, and free pickup and delivery.
G&L Tire and Automotive. G&L Tire is proud to be voted #1 tire store by the people of Hayes since 2005. They've been a part of the community since 1997 and look forward to seeing you at 201 East 8th in Hayes. Walmart. Save money, live better, Walmart. Whiskey Creek Woodfire Grill, where the fire's always burning. Whiskey Creek. Leon's Welding and Fabrication. From welding and fabrication to sandblasting and powder coating to supporting the community, you can always count on Leon's Welding and Fabrication. Commerce Bank. Here's the ones that rise to the challenge. Commerce Bank. Commercial Builders. On time, on target, on budget. Commercial Builders. Redeem Designs, screen print, embroidery, design, where you'll find better ideas, better designs, better people. Come experience the best. 2204 Vine in Hayes, Redeem Designs. James Motor Company, proud to serve our hometown athletes. They have an excellent selection of new and used Buick, Cadillac, and GMC vehicles. See the good guys for the best deal around. James Motor Company, 13th and Main in Hayes.
It's a beautiful day in our super high-speed internet great customer service neighborhood. Like you, this is where we live. In fact, our company is employee-owned, so it's our goal to improve the quality of life for everyone in our community by delivering faster, more reliable internet, clearer, more feature-laden phone service, quality TV channels, all with the level of customer service you'd expect from people who are your neighbors. Eagle Communications. Our community connected.
Eagle Television High School Sports, brought to you by Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes, Corey, Pam, and the entire staff support the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today 628-6712. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity.
Lifetime Dental Care is devoted to helping you, your family, and friends achieve your healthiest and brightest smile. They are now accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 to schedule your appointment. They know every person's dental needs are unique, and that is why they offer you a comprehensive selection of treatment options in a comfortable and caring atmosphere. Dr. Lowe and his dental team want you to enjoy your visit. Lifetime Dental Care, accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 or see them at lifetimedentalcare.com.
Gut Shock Equipment, family owned since 1973. Choose from an incredible selection of products, including Arctic. Stop dreaming, start riding. Always wear a helmet and don't drink and ride. Kurt Staub Agency, your American family insurance agent with locations in Hayes and Ellis. Just the right coverage for wherever your dreams take you. Bernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Bernie's Hamburger House, 17th and Vine in Hayes. Bacon Rind Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon Rind today. Cross Manufacturing, looking for a few good people to join their team. Apply today. Cross Manufacturing.
Field Stadium as the Hayes High Indians get set to take on the Garden City Buffaloes. I'm Dustin Armbruster along with Kurt David, Harrison, and Gabe on the ECTV Hayes Post side. We're ready for kickoff between the 2-1 Hayes High Indians, 2-0 in conference play, and the defending conference champions Garden City in their first conference game of the season and 3-0 on the season. Kurt David, who gets the ball? How'd it go down?
Four seniors are the captains tonight. Kyler Kinky, Dante Blackman, Hunter Brown, Trey Van Pelt. They won the toss. Hayes High Indians won the toss, elected to defer, so they're going to kick off to the Garden City Buffaloes, who will start on offense. But the Hayes High Indians will have in the first quarter this 22-mile-per-hour wind at their back. So Hayes High Indians will start on defense, but when they do come out on offense for their first possession, they'll do it with the wind.
90 degrees at kickoff on the first day of fall that occurred at 3:02 p.m. For the Hayes High Indians, it is one of the hottest days of the year, but not as hot as it was in Liberal a week ago when they won 20-0. Logan Clark to kick off, no doubter, into the end zone and out the back for his 7th touchback of the year. He had 2 all of last season, a line drive kick. Here's how the offense will start for Garden City. Along the line, all-conference performer and 6A shot put champion DeMarcus Elliott, who's getting some D1 looks, 290-pound senior. Left guard is Jacob Griffin, 285. The center is Chris Henderson at 220. The right guard, Refugio Cherez, a 310-pound sophomore that Coach Randall Rath is very impressed with. And right tackle is Raul Rovalacaba, a 270-pound senior. First one, play-action pass, throws behind the wide receiver, but caught by Lane Durst across the 25 up to the 26-yard line. Garden City throws into the wind, and they'll mark it at the 27 for a gain of 7 on first down.
Interesting, with the 5 big men they have up front, Garrett Dahl really chose to do a quick setup and a quick pass, really off to the right-hand side of the middle part of the field. So really didn't set up and really didn't take advantage of those big linemen on that first play.
From the 27 on the right hash, 4 wide receivers, 2 right, 2 left, Dahl to throw. Now wants to run under some pressure, rolling out to his right, gets a block, and he'll dive for the first down. Indians with good coverage down the field, and Dahl was quick to run. He'll pick up 4 yards, gets punished at the end of the run. Garrett Dahl is the starting quarterback. 32 for 69 on the year, leads the conference with 509 yards, 6 touchdowns, but 4 interceptions. That's his 31st rush on the season now for a total of 31 yards. The ball is up to the 31-yard line. It's first down and 10 for Garden City, left to right into this 20-mile-an-hour wind. Man in motion, right to left. LaPointe, the running back, to the left. Now Durst in motion. Handoff goes to LaPointe on the counter. Follows that big left guard, Jacob Griffin, across the 35, up to the 37-yard line. Gain of 6 for Garden City.
Yeah, you talk about that big guard up front. Jacob Griffin, a 285-pound senior. Jacob Griffin.
Quentin LaPointe is the starting running back, 185-pound senior, 58 carries, 230 yards, but he can catch the ball as well, 7 receptions for 93 yards. They'll run 6 receivers in and out tonight. Their 2 best receivers hurt for the season. Play action pass under some pressure, and LaPointe goes down in the backfield. Dylan Schmidberger with the sack. It is a loss behind the 30-yard line to the 29. Dylan Schmidberger's first sack of the season.
Dylan Schmidberger relatively unblocked from that far side defensive end position, and he picked up off where he left last week, hitting hard, and he hit Garrett Dahl hard that time in the back.
That's a sack for Schmidberger, and for the Hayes High Indians, it puts their defense on third down. Third down and long, 3rd and 11. Indians defensively giving up a 38% conversion rate this year. Back to pass, flag on the play. Did somebody start early? They did. 3rd and 11 just turned to 3rd and 16. Garden City this year on third down has been maybe their only Achilles heel. 12 for 37, 32% this year. This is 3rd and 16. Great opportunity for the Indians.
And this is exactly what Coach Rath wanted to have happen. He wanted to force Garden City into passing situations. Garrett Dahl, 6 touchdowns, but 4 interceptions. His completion percentage, 45.5%.
Tavian Kramer, first career start over on this left side, the sophomore cornerback. It's going to be a pass for Dahl on 3rd and 16. Rolls out, has time, looks down the field. The pass is caught, but is short of the first down marker. Caught by Ty Davis at the 40. Needed 16, got 15. What does Garden City do? They send on the punting unit here on the first quarter on what would have been 4th and 1. They are 1 of 8 on 4th down this year.
Boy, interesting that they bring in the punt team on this. I think the Hayes High Indians need to be careful. It is just 1 yard short of the first down marker.
The punter is Anthony Flores. He's punted 10 times this year, but just for a 38-yard average, he punts into the wind, a low line drive kick. Kramer says everybody get away from it. Good call, because this thing does not get to the 30-yard line. Hayes High holds defensively. Garden City, a team this year that has started very slowly on the offensive side, scoring just 9 first-quarter points. By the way, they're 3-0 and have pretty well dominated each of their teams. That punt ends up being a 27-yard punt into the wind.
Well, I'll tell you what, Dustin, that's respect for a Hayes High Indian defense that has played well the last 2 weeks to not go for it on 4th and 1.
Hayes High goes 2 wide receivers right, I formation against Garden City. Turn, handoff goes to Mark Lee, fumbled the football. It looks like Keaton jumped down onto it, though. Hayes High will lose 2 yards, but keep the football. They'll lose a yard on first down. Crisis avoided on first down for Hayes High.
That's what we talked about, one of the keys to the game. The Hayes High Indians have turned the ball over 5 times so far this season, 2 times last week. You can't do that against this Garden City defense. It will give that back to an offense that leads the Western Athletic Conference.
Indian offensive line, left tackle Dante Blackman, guard with a bum ankle Kyler Kinke, center is Trey Van Pelt, right guard Colton Schoendaler, right tackle Logan Schulte. They'll need to get big tonight. Double tied in, play action. It's going to be a rollout option. Hunter Brown's going to tuck it up, find what he can, get about 3 yards. He'll get 2 to the 34-yard line. Garden City is very big on that defensive line. 290 and 275 on the D line. 3rd and 9 coming up for Hayes High.
Well, and attacking the outside isn't easier. You've got DeMarcus Elliott out there. You got DeMarcus Elliott as a tackle, but you got Jasper Parton out there. He's a 200-pound senior. He leads the conference in sacks. The other defensive end leading in tackles for loss.
Hunter Brown starts at quarterback. Split wide receivers on 3rd and 9. Hutchison out to the left side. Garden City shows blitz. They bring blitz right up the middle. Brown sets up the screen. Throws it complete to Hayden Brown. First down. Flag on the play as Brown goes up the middle and tackled at the Garden City 40-yard line. There is a flag on the field. Ineligible man down the field on the Hayes High Indians. Bring it back.
Boy, and I'll tell you what, I know who it's going to be on. Trey Van Pelt was down there, and he was out there with a lead block in front of the receiver in the flat. Unfortunately, down there just a little bit too soon.
Wiping off a 27-yard gain on the screen pass, set up perfectly against the zone. It'll end up being a gain of about 2 yards, and they'll mark it. Nope, they're going to mark it off from the original line of scrimmage. Hayes High bites themselves with a 5-yard penalty on what would have been first down in Garden City territory.
Yeah, and Trey Van Pelt's defense, he was counting seconds before he released, and it just took a little bit time for that play to develop a little bit longer than Trey Van Pelt had anticipated. He got down there. He had a great block that allowed for the additional yards after the reception, but he was far downfield to start with.
So the ball back to the 29-yard line, 3rd and 14 after Hayes converted on 3rd and 9. I formation, 2 wide receivers right. Garden City again brings blitz. Hunter Brown rolls into the blitz, looking down the field, looking to throw, needs to get rid of the football, now retreats to the near side. Got a little room to run. Looking down the field, he's going to tuck it up, and he's going to get across the 30. If he had a chance, he could have looked down the right side of the field and seen his brother Hayden Brown, but that's a hard throw to make. Hayes High wanted a late hit out of bounds, too, because Hunter was hit well after he left the field. No flag. Ball ends up at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 3 yards. Out of all of that, Hayes loses a yard, and Logan Clark will punt with the Winds. So a penalty bites the Indians, and Logan Clark gets off a booming punt. Returner is going to set up shop at the 25-yard line. Coming to the near side is David Artega, and he's going to get stood up and dropped. Keaton Markley and a whole host of other jerseys there, including the Hayes High Indians' Trey Van Pelt, and showing up on the tackle is going to be Logan Schulte as well.
Trey Van Pelt down there, set up, ready to make the tackle before the ball was in the receiver's hands. Great speed and quickness to get downfield by Trey Van Pelt.
43 yards on the punt. Nice hang time. Now Garden City with the football back. 6:39 to go, opening quarter. Each team punts on their opening drive. Hayes High got a first down but called back because of a penalty. Garden City also got a first down but then punted after picking up 15 on 3rd and 16. Handoff. LaPointe right up the middle. Gets wrapped up and dropped across the 35. Dylan Schmidberger there getting off his block for a tackle, but it's a gain of 4 on first down up to the 37.
Be interesting to see. Garden City came out on their first possession and had a surprising number of pass plays. Again, with this big men they have up front, it'll be interesting to see if on this possession Garden City recommits to the run.
Garden City from the right hash mark into this 20-mile-an-hour wind, and it's going to be a handoff. LaPointe, now he cuts back, gets hit by Hayden Brown and stood up right at the first down marker. He's going to be held up just shy, it would appear. Both sideline officials say, yes, just short of first down, 3rd and 1. Good tackle by Hayden Brown.
Exactly. He set up, he made the tackle, and there was no additional yardage made after that contact. Hayden Brown laid him down on the ground.
3rd and 1 for Garden City. LaPointe now stands to the left of Garrett Dahl. An all-white handoff. LaPointe gets hit at the first down marker. I don't know if he got it. Right there to help make the tackle, Dylan Schmidberger, who's been very busy so far. Coming up off the bottom of the pile also is going to be Chase Browse. This is close.
They've set the ball to where this looks like loss of yardage. Maybe like half a yard they lost.
Oh, they're not even going to measure.
They're not measuring it? They're not measuring that?
I guess not. So it's going to be a gain of 1 on 3rd and 1. Hayes High not conceding a thing. Indian football brought to you by Eagle Communications, Midwest Energy, Heartland Building Center, Gibbs Auto Supply, Horizon Appliance Electronics. Quick snap. Dahl wants to throw, looks over the right side, and it's a catch made on this near side by Ty Davis. Breaks 2 tackles, and then Hunter Brown make that. Hayden Brown takes him down in Hayes territory at the 42-yard line.
Garrett Dahl getting plenty of time to throw the ball that time. Previously, the Hayes High Indian defensive lineman had been getting pursuit back there. Dylan Schmidberger getting pursuit back there. This time, no pursuit. Garrett Dahl had plenty of time to set up to make that pass.
Dahl's 3 for 3 for 37 yards. He's been sacked once. Twice he's found Ty Davis for 15 yards. Snap back to Dahl, wants to throw. Quick throw on the slant, and it goes near side. Ty Davis, he makes another catch, runs over a defender, and gets the ball down to the 30. That's going to be a gain of 12 yards, and Dahl's now 4 for 4.
Coverage is very good over the middle against the receivers. The Hayes High Indian secondary is covering well over the middle, but this near side of the field out to that side near the out of bounds marker really seems to be where the gaps are, and number 11, Ty Davis, has taken advantage of it.
They ended up calling it at the 31-yard line, so an 11-yard gain. First down and 10 for Garden City, threatening to score. Blitz is on, throw down the field. It is caught on the run. Nice running catch by Lane Durst. Under pressure, Dahl got it completed down to the 13-yard line, gain of 18, and right now it looks like Monday Night Football out there.
Well, I'll tell you what, Garrett Dahl, who's got a 46% pass completion percentage going into this game, obviously has worked this last week on the passing game for Garden City.
And it's all into the wind, and Hayes High wants a timeout. Indian football is brought to you by USAFE Pharmacy, Next Tech, Steel Fabrications, and Edward Jones, Daryl Jeff, and Linda Seibel. Hayes High, at times, Kurt David, has had really good A, pressure, and B, coverage, but on the previous play to Ty Davis, the Hayes High Indians had 2 guys on 1 receiver and left Ty Davis wide open.
Well, yeah, really, you've got to give credit to the 4 men up front. Dylan Schmidberger up there, Logan Schulte, Dante Blackman up there, Chase Browse. You've got to give them credit because they really have shut down the interior of the line of scrimmage. Garden City hasn't had a lot of success running up the interior, and even on previous possessions on the pass plays, they've gotten good pressure in the backfield, but now Garrett Dahl's beginning to get some protection, and he's taking advantage of open receivers out there.
4 minutes to go, first quarter. Neither team has scored. Garden City on their first drive went 5 plays, then punted the football. They had 4th and 1 at the 40, elected to punt on 4th and 1. Hayes High then went 3 plays and punted the football, but had a 27-yard screen play that would have been first down, brought back because of an ineligible man down the field. And so what would have put Hayes High at the Garden City 40 with a fresh set of downs turned out to be a 5-yard penalty, and Hayes ended up punting the football away with this 20-mile-an-hour wind at their back. Indian football brought to you by Discount Siding, Insurance Planning, and High Plains Farm Credit. Garden City sets up shop in the red zone at the 13-yard line. 3 wide receivers right, 1 to the left. Dahl is perfect passing so far for 66 yards. Dahl back to pass, looks towards the end zone, slings it near side, and it's dropped by his receiver, Ty Davis, who may have taken his eye off the football.
He took his eye off the football. That ball was perfectly thrown right into the hands of Ty Davis. He just dropped it coming back for it.
Ty Davis, 6'3", 200 pounds. Their best receiver, Andrew Kreitzer, 5'9", 160. He had missed last week with a wrist injury, out again this week. In one game, all of his stats, 11 receptions, 169 yards, and 3 touchdowns. He leads the league in catches and touchdowns, second in the league in passing and receiving yards. Handoff, LaPointe trying to string it to the near side, and there's the Hayes High Indians to make the tackle. Indians stand him up and swarm him back at the 15-yard line, loss of 2, and right there, the first one to make the tackle, Mason Ibarra from that outside linebacking position, and a helmet lost by LaPointe. He'll have to leave the game, bringing in A.V. Arana, the sophomore backup running back, 3rd down and 12.
Mason Ibarra making that initial contact, but Dante Blackman as a defensive end doing his job to string that out, allowing the Hayes High Indians to swarm to that ball.
3rd down and 11. Make that 3rd down, and 11. Make it 12 from the 15-yard line. Dahl to throw, looking left, now scrambling up the middle, wants to throw, steps up, takes 1 tackle, through, and then gets down near the 5-yard line, short of the first down marker at the 7. He'll pick up 8 of the 12 that he needed. And what will Garden City do on 4th down? Looks like they'll bring on the field goal unit. Anthony Flores, his longest this year is 33 yards.
This is into the win. I want to talk about something interesting. I was watching pregame. Garden City Buffaloes warmed up 2 long snappers, neither of which were consistent in getting the ball back to the place kicking setting.
This is Ryan Jarmer, the long snapper. The snap is back. The kick is up, and it is no good. It hit the crossbar. It may have been tipped by somebody at the line. The field goal is no good. The Indians hold, and they will have a 0-0 score with the football, 2:29 to go. That's the first miss by Anthony Flores this year. A missed field goal from 25 yards. So the Hayes High Indians have the football, and they'll have it at their own 20 because that ball technically goes out of bounds by hitting the crossbar here in high school football. And actually, when it crosses the end zone in high school football, it becomes a dead ball. So Hayes High with the football at the 20-yard line. They ran just 3 plays of offense and had to punt the ball prior. They did have a big screen play called back because of a penalty. Handoff on the counter. Dylan Schmidberger gets up across the 20-yard line, the line of scrimmage, to the 24. Gain of 4 on first down for Schmitty.
Garden City Buffaloes go 9 plays, take the ball 60 yards down the field, consume 4 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock, and they've got no points to show for it. That's a win for the Hayes High Indian defense.
2:05 to go, first quarter, scoreless. Mason Ibarra splits out to the right side. Another one in the slot I formation. Keaton Markley is the tailback this time. Takes a handoff, gets to the right side, 25. Makes one man miss and can't quite get out of the grasp of Caleb LaPointe. Otherwise, Markley's up the right sideline. He gets up to the 27-yard line. He was 1 block away, gain of 3 for Keaton Markley, who had an outstanding game last week in Liberal. 8 carries, 123 yards, and a touchdown. With that game, he became the 5th leading rusher in the Western Athletic Conference. 3rd and 3 for the Indians. A big conversion opportunity for Hayes High.
Grade Mayfield brings the play, and he's that 6'4", 185-pound senior wide out.
Tied in to the left is going to be Palmer Hutchison this time. Hunter Brown to throw, looks for the screen, rolls out to his right. Now he wants to run, tucks the ball up and gets pushed out of bounds. Boy, just nowhere to throw down the field. 2 routes being ran and 4 back there. It's a max protection for Hayes High. Brown goes out at the 27. No gain on the play. 4th down. Here comes the punting unit.
Yeah, Hunter Brown was scrambling out to the right, trying to direct his 2 receivers downfield on where to go. Boy, you're on the run. You're getting chased, and you're trying to direct traffic downfield. That's just a little bit too much.
Hayes High will punt with the football. Logan Clark on the previous punt went 43 yards. The returner is David Arteaga, a senior, and the punt is another nice spiral punt. Up the left sideline, takes a lateral bounce and goes out at the 40. That ball was so close to taking a nice Hayes High bounce that would have really added on to the net of that punt. 33 yards on the punt, but keeps it away from David Arteaga, the dangerous return man and safety for the Garden City Buffaloes. So each team 2 possessions. Hayes High 3 and out on both. Garden City a punt and a missed field goal. And the Hayes High Indian defense back out on the field. Garden City Buffaloes have the ball at the 40 with 1:06 to go first quarter.
Hayes High Indians 3 and out on both possessions. They were positive time, picking up 7 yards on that possession.
4 wide receivers, 2 each way for Garrett Dahl, who is 5 for 6 in the game. Puts LaPointe in motion, throws the screen that way. No throws down the field. It is caught short of the first down marker by Aaron Anaga. His 4th catch of the year. They fake the screen and go to Anaga, the wide receiver that came in tight. Garden City looks like they want to hurry up the play. They pick up 7 to the 47.
Yep, they're going with a no-huddle offense, getting everybody lined up, but they are waiting now to get the play from the sideline.
73 yards on 6 of 7 passing for Garrett Dahl. Play clock is down to 15. 2nd and 3 from the 47-yard line. First down marker at midfield. LaPointe, the running back to the right of Dahl, puts a man in motion. 2 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. Indians showing blitz. A wide receiver right in front of the face mask of the quarterback. They go right side, and no gain on the play as coming up with the tackle. Chase Browse, Dylan Schmidberger, and it's no gain. Indians defensively hold on the run on what will likely be the final play of the first quarter.
Chase Browse is the defensive tackle on the far side of the field. He shot the gap and pushed that play into Dylan Schmidberger's arms. Great play by Chase Browse to get through those big linemen and pursue the play.
That's the final play of the first quarter. Scoreless after 1 between Hayes and Garden City from Lewis Field Stadium. This is Hayes High Indian football.
Thank you for choosing the style. Classic quality body shop.
Classic Quality Body Shop has had the pleasure of serving this area since 1984. Much like a sports team, Shelton and his team have worked hard, grown together, and followed the playbook of taking care of customers to become one of the most highly regarded body shops in the area. Support your local team, whether on the field or when choosing who you do business with.
Thank you for choosing the style. Classic Quality Body Shop.
See their ad in the Next Tech directory.
Good morning.
Everyone in Hayes says you can clean anything, so can you get this tough stain out?
Grape jelly, we can get that out.
Wow, you guys really are good.
Master Cleaners in Hayes offers a variety of services including dry cleaning, alterations, laundry, tuxedo rentals, and free pickup and delivery.
Opening up the second quarter, Garden City has a 3rd and 2 from the 48-yard line. Scoreless between the Indians and the Buffaloes. LaPointe will take the handoff, go right side. He'll get the first down as he gets tripped up. He needed 2 and got 3. The Indians got good pressure. Trey Van Pelt got into the backfield. Just enough for the first down for Garden City, who's now 2 for 4 on 3rd down.
And there we go. We talked about it in one of the keys to the game defensively last week. The Hayes High Indian coaching staff instituted a process by which they were bringing in fresh players in. Trey Van Pelt giving Logan Schulte a break on these couple of plays.
Now LaPointe does not take the handoff. Dahl to throw, gets hit as he unleashes it, throws it down the field. It is intercepted by the Hayes High Indians, taken away by Hunter Brown, and there's a penalty flag. I think they're going to call pass interference on this. That ball was tipped and put up into the air. Surely not. Hunter Brown, if he does stand, there's a flag on the sideline of Garden City as well. So 2 penalty flags and a lot to sort out.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me if the flag by the Garden City coaches is on unsportsmanlike penalty. They were wanting a roughing the passer penalty on Garrett Dahl. There was solid contact as he was throwing the ball. But
ineligible man down the field, pass interference on Hayes High, and that's not a good call. The plays will offset. Hunter Brown is tied for the conference lead with 2 interceptions. That is a great play by Hunter Brown. Keaton Markley now talking to the official. He wants to know why. That's what everybody wants to know. Quick Kalon scoreboard update. Great Bend at Dodge City for homecoming. Great Bend leads 7-0 in the first quarter. Liberal scores early. They're up 8-0 at Wichita North. So 1st down and 10 again, and it takes a turnover off the board. It would have been Hunter Brown's leading 3rd interception of the season. And Dahl took a shot, the quarterback for Garden City. He'll hand off this time, come to the near side for LaPointe. LaPointe in some trouble running backwards, and he's ushered out of bounds near the 45-yard line. His own 45-yard line. They mark him out at the 46, loss of 4 for LaPointe, and the Indians are reading the run well.
Hayden Brown, Dylan Schmidberger, Palmer Hutchinson all pursuing that play in the backfield for a loss of 4.
Call it a loss of 5. They have the ball marked at the 49, so it is a loss of 5, and the Hayes High Indians again are able to force Garden City backwards. 4 wide receivers, 3 right, 1 left. Dahl to throw, looks down the middle of the field, under some pressure, throws, it's incomplete behind the wide receiver. 3rd down and 15 coming up for the Buffaloes.
You know, we still have a 22-mile-per-hour wind at the back here now for Garrett Dahl. He did very well passing the ball into the wind, but almost as if he's getting a little bit more on that ball, and the wind is pushing that ball a little bit more away from his receivers.
3rd down and 15. Garden City earlier had 3rd and 16, picked up 15 yards, but then did not go for it on 4th and 1. So far, 2 for 4 on 3rd down. They're 0 for 2 on 3rd and 16, 3rd and 12. They converted on 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2. 4 wide receivers on this 3rd down play. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Dahl to throw, under some pressure, rolls out to his right. It's knocked down by Palmer Hutchison. He sticks out a big left paw, knocks it down to the ground, and Garden City will punt on this possession.
Wow, great hold by the Hayes High Indian defense. They allowed 1 first down, but then forcing the Garden City Buffaloes to punt on a 4th and 15 situation.
The ball at the 46-yard line, and to punt for a second time, Anthony Flores. He will have the wind at his back this time. Ty Davis, the wide receiver, he's the protector in the backfield. Hayes High did not come after the first punt. They do come after this one, a low snap. It bounces in, it's fielded cleanly, and Kramer is going to field it at the 6 and try to return, cuts back and goes down at the 10. Oh, still stays up, but should have let that ball go into the end zone. He was clear back at the 6-yard line. It was rocketing towards the end zone. Hayes High backed up inside of their own 15. The sophomore trying to make a big play. Got a return of 6. A 48-yard punt for Anthony Flores for Garden City. Scoreless with 10:40 to go first quarter between Hayes and Garden City. It is the Indians' third series coming up. They have not gotten a first down yet.
Well, I'll tell you what, 6 plays, and the Garden City Buffaloes netted only 6 yards out of that, and then a punt. So another good possession. There's been a punt, a missed field goal, and a punt that the Hayes High Indians have held. Garden City Buffaloes scoreless through now with 10 minutes left in this second quarter.
Hayden Brown, Graydon Mayfield to the near side. Indians without Will Sinnott tonight. Palmer Hutchison to the left. Garden City puts 5 down linemen and bring a linebacker. Handoff, Schmidberger on the counter. Puts a hand down on the ground just to get near the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose a yard back to the 11.
Well, and this is where it's been hard. The Hayes High Indian offense hasn't had much success yet. On first 2 possessions, they've had 2 3-and-outs, 1, and they've netted only 6 total yards. Again, there's big men up front. There's a defensive tackle, David Sandoval, 270 pounds. There's another defensive tackle, 290 pounds that the Hayes High Indian front line's got to deal with.
Palmer Hutchinson to the left side. Carlos Acosta will be over guarding him. Now power I formation. Brown's going to hand it off to Schmidberger, goes left side, and a stand-up tackle there made by Garden City. A gain of 2, 3rd and 9 for the Indians, who are 0 for 2 so far.
Yeah, Garden City Buffaloes, we talked about that in pregame. After last week's game where the Hayes High Indians had no yards passing, they certainly aren't respecting the passing game of the Hayes High Indians. They are clearly playing the run.
Garden City coming into tonight had given up 213 yards of offense all year. That's an average of 71. Last week against Wichita South, they gave up 23 yards. Hayes High so far is at 12 total. 9.5 to go in the first half. Ball left to right. Hutchison out to the left in this power I formation as a wide receiver. Graydon Mayfield tied into the right. Handoff, Markley. Markley with a seam. Gets up near the first down marker. First down out to the 25-yard line. And the Hayes High Indians convert as Keaton Markley gets the ball out to the 26-yard line. Gain of 13, converting on 3rd and 9.
Dude, Markley, you just doubled the Hayes High Indians' total offensive production with that single run right there, giving the Hayes High Indians another set of downs to work with.
Keaton Markley reeled off a long 40-plus yard run a week ago and also had that big counterplay on 4th and 1. Now Lane Becker comes in at the fullback position, the freshman in for Dylan Schmidberger. He's playing with a right shoulder sprain, and now he's limping off the field. So Becker, the freshman, is now the fullback. Off-balance line to the left side, handoff Markley, cuts back, runs into his own guy, gets tackled by the safety Arteaga, and he powers forward for another yard from the 33 to the 34. Tough sledding, 3 yards, and that's up to the 29-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you what, to be able to pick up an extra yard after the initial contact there, that's big for Becker, the young man.
3 yards up to the 29-yard line. 8.5 to go in this scoreless first half between Hayes and Garden City. Here comes Graydon Mayfield with the play from the sideline. Indian football brought to you by High Plains Roofing, Hayes Kalon, State Glass Company, and Lewis Automotive Group. Hayes High has 2nd down and 7, just shy of the 30-yard line. Van Pelt leads the line to the line of scrimmage. Power I formation, turn, handoff is going to go to Markley on the counter. Gets stood up by DeMarcus Elliott at the 30, and that's it. The play blown dead, the tackling still happening, and it's going to be 3rd down, no gain on the play. DeMarcus Elliott, the only two-way player for Garden City, 290-pound senior, 12 tackles on the season, 4 of them for a loss, and a 1.5 sack on the year. He was an all-WAC performer a year ago, getting some D1 looks from Oregon, of all places as well. 3rd and 7 coming up. No gain for Markley on that previous run. Becker's the fullback on this 3rd down play. Hunter Brown under center, got Garden City to jump off sides. Won't be enough for a first down, but it takes it from 3rd down and 7 to 3rd down and 2.
And makes it very makeable. And I'll tell you what, one of the things we've seen the Hayes High Indians now running straight at the Garden City defense. One of the things we haven't seen yet is what they did so successfully last week against the Liberal Redskins, and that's with some misdirection, some counter plays, or some cross-direction coming across the field. Be interesting to see if the Hayes High Indians can implement that against this Garden City Buffalo defense.
Hayes Kalon scoreboard update has Clay Center up 2 touchdowns on Wamego already, 14-0, and at the end of 1 quarter, Ellsworth over La Crosse 8-7, and Dodge City trailing Great Bend. That game in Dodge City for homecoming, that's 7-0. Grape Bend after 1. Here's 3rd and 2. Turn, handoff, Markley. Markley just lowers his head. He's not going to get the first down. He's not going to gain much more than about 6 inches. That hole just never opened up. Garden City had big David Sandoval, who's 270 pounds. He is 5'8" and grew 4 inches since last year. 4th and 1, 4.5 yard coming up if Hayes High wants to try to go for it.
Tell you what, you're going to be punting into a 22, 23 mile per hour wind. The Hayes High Indian punt coverage team has had some challenges already this year. Maybe it's an opportunity to go for the first down and really, if you don't make it, not give up a lot of field position.
Play clock's down to 10. Indians need to hurry up. Do they try to draw Garden City off sides here and then use the timeout? Now Hayes High is confused. 3 seconds, and Hayes High has to use the timeout. Boy, Hayes High just never got out of the huddle quickly, and regardless if you're running the play or if you're going to try to draw the other team off sides, you've got to do it quickly so that you have an opportunity to use the timeout if you wish. Indians' second used timeout. Hayes High football brought to you by Roof Masters, Progressive Physical Therapy, and Shelter Insurance agent Dustin Shoemaker. 6:23 to go till halftime. Scoreless between Hayes and Garden City.
Boy, I sure do like the use of this timeout. Last time the Hayes High Indian coaching staff used the timeout really to give the defensive rest when Garrett Dahl in the offense was really making some progress, passing the ball, and the Hayes High Indian defense really was beginning to put their hands down on their hips. This time, you're taking a strategy timeout. You're given the opportunity to work with your offense and say, okay, what play can we use here to pick up half a yard and keep this ball moving down the field?
Hayes Kalon scoreboard update, now 16-0 for Liberal over Wichita North at winless North. Scoreboard update is powered by Hayes Kalon. The green grass you want in the spring starts with spraying in the fall by Hayes Kalon. Call Kirk Maska 623-0674 or Kurt Viner 623-8427. Scott City up 21-0 as they go up on top of Hugoton. Now 28-0 at the end of the first quarter. Right now it is 0-0 Hayes and Garden City. Hayes High lining up to go for it on 4th and 1 from their own 35-yard line. Brown under center, 4th down a half yard, trying to get Garden City to jump off sides. They don't. Brown comes up, changes the play, goes straight forward. Does he get the yardage needed? This is close. They did not measure earlier when Hayes High was a part of the defense, and it is enough for the first down on 4th and 1. The Indians convert, now 4 of 6 on the season.
Right behind Trey Van Pelt, the senior center gave Hunter Brown just enough room. Kyler Kinky and Colton Schendall are the two guards also doing their job to open up just enough ground for Hunter Brown to pick up the first down.
He had to get under 560 pounds of defensive tackle to move that ball. 1st and 10, Hayes High from the 31. Hunter Brown rolls out to his right, under some pressure, now scrambles, throws, it's incomplete. And that's probably for the better. If Dylan Schmidberger catches that pass, he's still 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage. That time blitzing safety Caleb LaPointe was the problem. That's Hayes High's first passing attempt of the game, official attempt. 2nd and 10 from the 32-yard line. Coach of the Hayes High Indians, Randall Rath, said the issue with this defense and what makes them so good is that their tackles are so big they take up 2 gaps. So then the defensive ends are able to spread out, and they take up that whole defensive line that the linebackers and safeties can come just flying off the field as they wish. Mason Ibarra over to the right side. Solo coverage this side. Power I formation. Here comes the run blitz. Counter play. Markley has DeMarcus Elliott jump on his back. No gain at the 32. 3rd and 10 coming up with 5:45 to go until halftime. Scoreless between Hayes and Garden City.
Yeah, you're right. And there they tried to go to the outside, to the far side of the field. And you're right, with so much weight, so much mass up there up front in the middle of the field, even going to the outside is tough because those linebackers can pursue very quickly.
Indian football brought to you by Adams Brown, Barron and Ball, Classic Quality Body Shop, and Uber driver Jenny Atwell. Hayes is 1 for 3, 1 for 4 on 3rd down, 1 for 1 on 4th down. This is 3rd down, 10.5 from the 37-yard line. Hayes left to right, I formation, 2 wide receivers left. Turn handoff, Markley. Markley cuts back across the 40 up near the 41-yard line. Not near enough for a first down. What does Hayes High do here on 4th? This is 4th and much longer. And right now, Coach Randall Rath is sending in Mason Ibarra with a play from the sideline on what will be 4th down and 6.
Well, again, you'd be punting into the wind. In this particular case, even if you throw the ball down the field and it's intercepted, that's almost the equivalent of a punt.
An official's timeout. Keaton Markley lost most of his shoe on that previous tackle, and now Hayes High is going to run on the punt unit. The ball is located at the 40-yard line. First two punts for Logan Clark, 43 yards, 33 yards, but this into the wind, and Garden City looks like they want to come after it. They do. Clark gets the punt away, a nice low punt. Ortega has to back up. That is a beautifully done job by Logan Clark as the ball rolls down to the 24-yard line and stops there. 36 yards on the punt, but no hang time. A low line drive kick with the blitz on. Logan Clark does his job. Scoreless with 4:18 to go until halftime. With Hayes and Garden City. Garden City's fourth possession coming up.
Well, but in that particular case, the Hayes High Indian offense kept that drive for 10 plays, picked up 29 yards, kept the ball out of the Garden City offense for 6 minutes.
The ball is located at the 24. Two key things on that particular drive, the 4th-and-1 conversion and then a nice punt. Dahl has wide receivers, 3 left, 1 right, LaPointe behind him. Hayes does not blitz. Dahl wants to throw, looks right, and oh no, nice catch made over there by the Garden City Buffaloes wide receiver, Ty Davis. Looked like that thing was headed out of bounds, gain of 9 on Davis's 3rd catch. 4th catch now for 50 yards.
Garden City feeling some pressure now with 4:14 left in the second quarter. Hayes, remember, Garden City started with the ball, so the Hayes High Indians will get the ball in the third quarter. This is potentially the last possession Garden City will have in this half.
2 in the backfield, handoff LaPointe. No, it's going to go to the second man through. That goes to Avi Arana. He picks up 2 on 2nd down and 1. Arana with his first carry of the night and only his 21st of the season. He's seen mainly mop-up duty, but he's in on this series in place of LaPointe. Garden City taking their time here from the 35-yard line. 4 minutes to go until halftime. Scoreless, and now Dahl has the play. 2 wide receivers left, 1 right, and a running back right behind the right tackle. They run that way. Avana gets hit, and he gets dropped. Hayes High swarms to the football and is able to hit the tackle for a loss. There's Chase Browse once again. Also coming up, Dylan Schmidberger. Both of those guys having great games along the line.
Boy, that's 2 plays in a row. Chase Browse has really helped to break up that play. Dylan Schmidberger was in that tackle, but Chase Browse in there quickly to help assist on that tackle.
Loss of a yard back to the 34-yard line, and it sets up 2nd down and 11. Garden City a little quicker this time. Avana steps to the left of the quarterback, LaPointe. 3 wide receivers left. He'll roll that way. Dahl looking down the field under some pressure. Wants to throw. Tucks now throws, and it's incomplete. The Indians break up the play at the 40. Palmer Hutchison lights up the wide receiver, Aginaga, and the Hayes High Indians force 3rd down and 11.
Boy, and 3 Hayes High Indian defenders back in the backfield rushing Garrett Dahl.
Hayes High putting pressure on Dahl, and he had to move quickly even though they were rolling the pocket. 3 wide receivers again to the left on 3rd and 11. Garden City this year converting 32% on 3rd down. Tonight they are 2 for 5. This is their 3rd attempt at 10 yards or longer. Dahl to throw. Indians bring the blitz. Dahl has to roll out to his right. Now his left. Has some time and some space. Looks down the field. Wide open receiver. It's going to be caught by Durst at the 50. He lunges to the Hayes High 49. Got left alone. It's enough for the 1st down. All the way out for 17 yards.
Boy, and they had Garrett Dahl running to his left-hand side. We talk about how hard that is. Garrett Dahl's a right-handed quarterback, and seeing him spread out, go out to the left side of the field, he had to throw across his body, and he did find a way to set up and find an open receiver.
99 yards on 8 of 12 passing for Garrett Dahl. Into Hayes territory at the 49. Dahl to play action pass. Looks over the middle. It's almost broken up by Hayes High. Somehow it gets by Palmer Hutchison and into the hands of David Ortega, the senior. Takes it down to the Indian 36. It was nearly an interception.
It was. It was a dangerous throw to the middle of the field where they had a receiver double covered. Garrett Dahl just able to get that ball right in there to the receiver.
13 yards on that particular throw. First catch for Ortega, 4th of the year. Hayes does have 1 timeout left whenever they want to use it. 3 wide receivers right, 1 to the left, 1st and 10 from the 36. Avana to the left of the quarterback. He's been the running back the entire time this drive. Now Dahl to the right, again complete. This time to Ortega, tackled from behind inside the 25-yard line, down to about the 21 or 22-yard line. That'll be a gain of 15.
And Garrett Dahl finding time. He's getting the protection of able to find a receiver, and he's taking advantage of a Hayes High Indian secondary that's playing just 1 or 2 yards off those receivers.
This ball goes down to the 21-yard line. Garden City has has all 3 of their timeouts remaining. 2 minutes to go before halftime, scoreless, and now whistles, and Hayes High head coach Randall Rath is going to use his final timeout. Hayes High battling here against undefeated Garden City. The Buffaloes got into field goal range earlier and missed a field goal of 25 yards. Indian football brought to you by Redeemed Designs, Midwest Construction, Hertz Rent-A-Car, and Eagle Technology Solutions.
Well, one of the benefits here, that was the third timeout that was used wisely by the Hayes High Indian coaching staff. There haven't been any mistakes really tonight on the part of the Hayes High Indians that have forced them to burn a timeout. This time, like the first time out, again, Coach Rath able to give the defense a little bit rest here with their been back on their heels, and Garrett Dahl finding open receivers.
Garrett Dahl started out hot tonight for Garden City. The quarterback was 5 for 5 for 66 yards. He then just completed 2 of his next 6 passes for 16 yards. He's followed that up with 3 of 3 with plays of 17, 13, and 15 yards. They were in 3rd and 11 after Hayes High knocked a pass down that was setting up to be a second down conversion. Then on 3rd and 11, Dahl hit a 17-yard pass scrambling around. Hayes High could use some pressure in the backfield here with 1:56 to go before halftime, scoreless between the two conference foes in their 57th game. Garden City leads the all-time series 30-26. They've won 2 of the last 3 contests. The last 2, actually, and 3 of the last 4. 2 wide receivers each way for Dahl on this play. 1st down and 10 from the 26. Pressure, throw to the end zone, wide open, touchdown. And that time, coverage busted. 3 Hayes High Indians over there, and nobody picked up David Arteaga. It is his 2nd touchdown catch of the year, 21 yards for the score. Busted coverage left David Arteaga wide open in the back of the end zone.
Boy, that's really the Hayes High Indians' first mistake in over 2 weeks, and that was really a mistake. There was blown coverage. Someone did not pick up a receiver there and allowed Garden City to score after the moving the ball 76 yards down the field.
Arteaga had not caught a pass in this game. He caught 3 consecutive for 49 yards, including the 21-yard strike, the 7th of the season for Garrett Dahl, and with 1:49 to go in the second quarter, we have our first points on the board. The extra point was good by Anthony Flores. He's 1 for 1 in the game on extra points, 7 of 8 on the season. And boy, a little air let out of the sails of the Hayes High Indians. When it's tough sledding on the offensive side, it's hard to have that momentum going when all of a sudden you see the other team post a touchdown.
I tell you what, the Hayes High Indian defense has been on such a roll, and let's understand, this is the first mistake we've seen them make in well over a game and a half. So just a terrible mistake that allowed the Garden City Buffaloes, the defending Western Athletic Conference champions, to come into Lewis Field and take a lead. But it's a lead of 7-0 that if the Hayes High Indian offense can hold the ball for 1 minute and 49 seconds, can take into halftime, if not potentially score.
The Hayes High Indians, you could see the safeties and cornerbacks all over there talking. Somebody got a signal mixed up somewhere along the line, and it left the wide receiver Arteaga wide open, because otherwise the safety's right there to make the play. And just like that, 7-0 Garden City.
Potential for continuous improvement here. 2 3-and-outs on the first 2 possessions of the Hayes High Indians. Last possession, 10 plays, picked them up 29 yards. So they've been improving each possession.
Anthony Flores' kick will go into the end zone for a touchback. Hayden Brown will not have the opportunity to run it out. And with 1:49 to go before halftime and no timeouts remaining, Hayes High will have the football at the 20. It has been an uphill battle offensively for the Hayes High Indians so far in this game. Just 34 yards as we reach halftime.
Tell you what, but that first possession netted a -1 yard. Second possession, 7 yards. Last possession, 29 yards. So again, continuous improvement as a part of the Hayes High Indians. Let's see if they can build off that.
Hayes K-Lon scoreboard update. Wichita North scores, but Liberal still leads 16-6. And it's 21-0 McPherson over undefeated Augusta right before halftime. Hayes High has the ball. I formation, double tight end set on this 1st and 10 from their own 20, trailing 7-0. It's going to be a handoff to Schmidberger. Big hole right side, and he gets pounced on as he gets near the 30-yard line. Gain of 9 for Dylan Schmidberger.
Hayes High Indians not rushing to the play. 1:37 left. They're letting the clock roll.
That is going to be marked at a gain of 8. They say his knee went down at the 28-yard line. Remember, Hayes High is going to get the football. The clock never started. So this is, time-wise, going to be the first play of this drive because the minute 29 clock never started. There it gets to rolling. And the ball will be spotted at the 28-yard line. That was the Indians' second best run of the night so far. It's going to be a keeper by Brown straight up the middle. He'll get the first down at the 31-yard line and stop the clock with 1:05 until halftime. Gain of 3 by Hunter Brown. First down, Hayes High. Garden City, you kind of feel like right now is just saying, don't let anything get behind you. We'll take 7-0 into the locker room. Mason Ibarra brings himself to the sideline. The play will come in the form of Graydon Mayfield. Hayes High will get the ball to start the second half, so they're not in any real big hurry here.
Yeah, you got to wonder if the Hayes High coaching staff's thinking back to that Scott City game and trying to go for broke there at the end of the first half and saying, right now, being down 7 points to this Garden City Buffalo team is not a bad situation.
Markley dots the I on 1st and 10. It's a handoff, no keeper by Brown. Cuts it back, finds a little crease, gets near the 35-yard line on a high shoulder pad tackle by Garden City. Gets up to the 34 and is going to gain 3 yards. Hayes High does have to run one more play.
I'll tell you what, though, 7-0 score at halftime. This is gonna get some attention across the league with the Hayes High Indians hanging in here with the Buffaloes at halftime.
Hayes High just kind of talked about chipping away, be there at the end. Hayes High does not need to run a play to end the first half, and it does not look like they will be. They will be settling for the 7-0 score at halftime against an undefeated Garden City team that Kurt David has pretty well dominated each and every one of their opponents this season.
Well, and it's questionable what getting those opponents. We've talked about those records. You talked about winless Wichita North. That's a team that Wichita South beat. That's a team that Wichita East beat. Castle View, Colorado's got 1 win against a winless opponent. So Garden City Buffaloes, this is the first time they've really been tested. And I'll tell you what, we've already seen some hits tonight from Chase Browse, from Dylan Schmidberger again. We've seen some hits against Garden City Buffaloes that have woken them up. They haven't been hit that hard so far this season. And except for one mistake on defense, the Hayes High Indians would go into the locker room likely tied at 0-0. But one mistake cost the Hayes High Indians 7 points.
At Lewis Field Stadium, it is Garden City 7, Hayes 0 at halftime. This is Hayes High Indian football.
Eagle Television High School Sports, brought to you by Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes. Corey, Pam, and the entire staff support the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today 628-6712. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity.
Lifetime Dental Care is devoted to helping you, your family, and friends achieve your healthiest and brightest smile. They are now accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 to schedule your appointment. They know every person's dental needs are unique, and that is why they offer you a comprehensive selection of treatment options in a comfortable and caring atmosphere. Dr. Lowe and his dental team want you to enjoy your visit. Lifetime Dental Care, accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 or see them at lifetimedentalcare.com.
Gut Shock Equipment, family owned since 1973. Choose from an incredible selection of products, including Arctic Cat. Stop dreaming, start riding. Always wear a helmet and don't drink and ride. Kurt Staub Agency, your American family insurance agent with locations in Hayes and Ellis. Just the right coverage for wherever your dreams take you. Bernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Bernie's Hamburger House, 17th and Vine in Hayes. Bacon Rind Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon Rind today. Cross Manufacturing, looking for a few good people to join their team. Apply today. Cross Manufacturing. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful. Energy efficient and comfortable with quality products they stand behind. See them online at homesteelsiding.com.
Thank you for choosing the style, classic quality body shop.
Classic Quality Body Shop has had the pleasure of serving this area since 1984. Much like a sports team, Shelton and his team have worked hard, grown together, and followed the playbook of taking care of customers to become one of the most highly regarded body shops in the area. Support your local team, whether on the field or when choosing who you do business with.
Thank you for choosing to style Classic Quality Body Shop.
See their ad in the Next Tech directory.
Steel Fabrications, the Iron Men of Western Kansas. Steel Fabrications. Thirsties, before the game, during the game, and after the game. Enjoy great food and a great atmosphere. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. Call or stop by today for all your real estate needs. Next Tech Wireless, avid supporters of local athletic programs, and have sponsored multiple school events. Are you ready for something different? See Next Tech Wireless. NCK Tech, North Central Kansas Technical College, is dedicated to being a leader in workforce development by maximizing value for students, employers, and communities. Log on to ncktc.edu to see what they can do for you. Paul Wertenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial. Building dreams for over 30 years, Paul Wertenberger Construction. Insurance Planning Incorporated, insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price, remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and AgPro Crop Insurance. Offices in Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online today at HayesChevrolet.com.
Good morning.
Everyone in Hayes says you can clean anything. So can you get this tough stain out?
Grape jelly, we can get that out.
Wow, you guys really are good.
Master Cleaners in Hayes offers a variety of services including dry cleaning, alterations, laundry, tuxedo rentals, and free pickup and delivery.
G&L Tire and Automotive. G&L Tire is proud to be voted #1 tire store by the people of Hayes since 2005. They've been a part of the community since 1997 and look forward to seeing you at 201 East 8th in Hayes. Walmart. Save money, live better, Walmart. Whiskey Creek Woodfire Grill, where the fire's always burning. Whiskey Creek. Leon's Welding and Fabrication. From welding and fabrication to sandblasting and powder coating to supporting the community, you can always count on Leon's Welding and Fabrication. Commerce Bank. Here's the ones that rise to the challenge. Commerce Bank. Commercial Builders. On time, on target, on budget. Commercial Builders. Redeem Designs, screen print, embroidery, design, where you'll find better ideas, better designs, better people. Come experience the best. 2204 Vine in Hayes, Redeem Designs. James Motor Company, proud to serve our hometown athletes. They have an excellent selection of new and used Buick, Cadillac, and GMC vehicles. See the good guys for the best deal around. James Motor Company, 13th and Main in Hayes.
It's a beautiful day in our super high-speed internet great customer service neighborhood. Like you, this is where we live. In fact, our company is employee-owned, so it's our goal to improve the quality of life for everyone in our community by delivering faster, more reliable internet, clearer, more feature-laden phone service, quality TV channels, all with the level of customer service you'd expect from people who are your neighbors. Eagle Communications. Our community connected.
Eagle Television High School Sports, brought to you by Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes. Corey, Pam, and the entire staff support the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today 628-6712. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity.
Lifetime Dental Care is devoted to helping you, your family, and friends achieve your healthiest and brightest smile. They are now accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 to schedule your appointment. They know every person's dental needs are unique, and that is why they offer you a comprehensive selection of treatment options in a comfortable and caring atmosphere. Dr. Lowe and his dental team want you to enjoy your visit. Lifetime Dental Care, accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 or see them at lifetimedentalcare.com.
Gut Shock Equipment, family owned since 1973. Choose from an incredible selection of products, including Arctic. Stop dreaming, start riding. Always wear a helmet and don't drink and ride. Kurt Staub Agency, your American family insurance agent with locations in Hayes and Ellis. Just the right coverage for wherever your dreams take you. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Vernie's Hamburger House, 17th and Vine in Hayes. Bacon Rind Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon Rind today. Cross Manufacturing, looking for a few good people to join their team. Apply today. Cross Manufacturing. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient and comfortable with quality products they stand behind. See them online at homesteelsiding.com.
Thank you for choosing the style Classic Quality Body Shop.
Classic Quality Body Shop has had the pleasure of serving this area since 1984. Much like a sports team, Shelton and his team have worked hard, grown together, and followed the playbook of taking care of customers to become one of the most highly regarded body shops in the area. Support your local team, whether on the field or when choosing who you do business with.
Thank you for choosing the style Classic Quality Body Shop.
See their ad in the Next Tech directory.
Steel Fabrications, the Iron Men of Western Kansas. Steel Fabrications. Thirsties, before the game, during the game, and after the game. Enjoy great food and a great atmosphere. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. Call or stop by today for all your real estate needs. Next Tech Wireless, avid supporters of local athletic programs, and have sponsored multiple school events. Are you ready for something different? See Next Tech Wireless. NCK Tech, North Central Kansas Technical College, is dedicated to being a leader in workforce development by maximizing value for students, employers, and communities. Log on to ncktc.edu to see what they can do for you. Paul Wertenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial. Building dreams for over 30 years, Paul Wertenberger Construction. Insurance Planning Incorporated, insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price, remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and AgPro Crop Insurance. Offices in Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online today at HayesChevrolet.com.
Good morning.
Everyone in Hayes says you can clean anything. So can you get this tough stain out?
Grape jelly, we can get that out.
Wow, you guys really are good.
Master Cleaners in Hayes offers a variety of services including dry cleaning, alterations, laundry, tuxedo rentals, and free pickup and delivery.
G&L Tire and Automotive. G&L Tire is proud to be voted #1 tire store by the people of Hayes since 2005. They've been a part of the community since 1997 and look forward to seeing you at 201 East 8th in Hayes. Walmart. Save money, live better, Walmart. Whiskey Creek Wood-Fire Grill, where the fire's always burning. Whiskey Creek. Leon's Welding and Fabrication. From welding and fabrication to sandblasting and powder coating to supporting the community, you can always count on Leon's Welding and Fabrication. Commerce Bank. Here's the ones that rise to the challenge. Commerce Bank. Commercial Builders. On time, on target, on budget. Commercial Builders. Redeem Designs. Screen print, embroidery, design. Where you'll find better ideas, better designs, better people. Come experience the best. 2204 Vine in Hayes. Redeem Designs. James Motor Company, proud to serve our hometown athletes. They have an excellent selection of new and used Buick, Cadillac, and GMC vehicles. See the good guys for the best deal around. James Motor Company, 13th and Main in Hayes.
It's a beautiful day in our super high-speed internet great customer service neighborhood. Like you, this is where we live. In fact, our company is employee-owned, so it's our goal to improve the quality of life for everyone in our community by delivering faster, more reliable internet, clearer, more feature-laden phone service, quality TV channels, all with the level of customer service you'd expect from people who are your neighbors. Eagle Communications. Our community connected.
Eagle Television High School Sports, brought to you by Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes. Corey, Pam, and the entire staff support the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today 628-6712. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity.
Lifetime Dental Care is devoted to helping you, your family, and friends achieve your healthiest and brightest smile. They are now accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 to schedule your appointment. They know every person's dental needs are unique, and that is why they offer you a comprehensive selection of treatment options in a comfortable and caring atmosphere. Dr. Lowe and his dental team want you to enjoy your visit. Lifetime Dental Care, accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 or see them at lifetimedentalcare.com.
Gut Shock Equipment, family owned since 1973. Choose from an incredible selection of products, including Arctic. Stop dreaming, start riding. Always wear a helmet and don't drink and ride. Kurt Staub Agency, your American family insurance agent with locations in Hayes and Ellis. Just the right coverage for wherever your dreams take you. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Vernie's Hamburger House, 17th and Vine in Hayes. Bacon Rind Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon Rind today. Cross Manufacturing, looking for a few good people to join their team. Apply today. Cross Manufacturing. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful. Energy efficient and comfortable with quality products they stand behind. See them online at homesteelsiding.com.
Thank you for choosing the style Classic Quality Body Shop.
Classic Quality Body Shop has had the pleasure of serving this area since 1984. Much like a sports team, Shelton and his team have worked hard, grown together, and followed the playbook of taking care of customers to become one of the most highly regarded body shops in the area. Support your local team, whether on the field or when choosing who you do business with.
Thank you for choosing the style Classic Quality Body Shop.
See their ad in the Next Tech directory.
Steel Fabrications, the Iron Men of Western Kansas. Steel Fabrications. Thirsties, before the game, during the game, and after the game. Enjoy great food and a great atmosphere. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. Call or stop by today for all your real estate needs. Next Tech Wireless, avid supporters of local athletic programs, and have sponsored multiple school events. Are you ready for something different? See Next Tech Wireless. NCK Tech, North Central Kansas Technical College, is dedicated to being a leader in workforce development by maximizing value for students, employers, and communities. Log on to ncktc.edu to see what they can do for you. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial. Building dreams for over 30 years, Paul Wurtenberger Construction. Insurance Planning Incorporated, insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price, remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and AgPro Crop Insurance. Offices in Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online today at HayesChevrolet.com.
Good morning.
Everyone in Hayes says you can clean anything, so can you get this tough stain out?
Grape jelly, we can get that out.
Wow, you guys really are good.
Master Cleaners in Hayes offers a variety of services including dry cleaning, alterations, laundry, tuxedo rentals, and free pickup and delivery.
G&L Tire and Automotive. G&L Tire is proud to be voted #1 tire store by the people of Hayes since 2005. They've been a part of the community since 1997 and look forward to seeing you at 201 East 8th in Hayes. Walmart. Save money, live better, Walmart. Whiskey Creek Wood Fire Grill, where the fires...
Welcome back to Lewis Field Stadium, Hayes High and Garden City in what is Garden City's first conference game of the year. They lead Hayes 7-0. Garden City is the conference defending champions. Hayes is 2-0 in conference play so far this year. Quickly, let's get a scoreboard update to you, powered by Hayes Kalon. The green grass you want in the spring starts with spraying in the fall by Hayes Kalon. Kirk Maska was honored at halftime for his longevity in high school coaching, along with Coach Rick Keltner. You can call Kirk Maska at 623-0674 or Kurt Viner, 623-8427. TMP at Plainville tonight. The Cardinals lead that game 17-0. Rest of these at halftime. Clay Center beating Wamego 14-0. Abilene over Chapman 22-8. McPherson at halftime over Augusta 28-0. Liberal up at halftime against Wichita North 16-6. And Great Bend at Dodge City for the Red Demons homecoming up 21-13. That game just reached halftime right now. And a battle of state-ranked teams in 4A Division I. Buhler, number 5, they lead 17-7 over number 2 Mays South. Remember, Mays South beat McPherson by the score of 9-0. McPherson, number 4 in the rankings this week, and all 3 teams are in the state and are in the same Ark Valley Chisholm Trail division. And also remember that McPherson beat Buhler to start the year, so there's a chance that, Kurt David, that those 3 teams will complete the trifecta of beating one another. All state-ranked teams, all in the same Ark Valley Chisholm Trail League.
Well, I'll tell you what excites me about that whole mess there is that, McPherson's obviously got a solid team. They're going to control tonight against the Augusta Orioles. Augusta Orioles were 3-0, but Augusta really hadn't played anybody yet this season. McPherson clearly has. McPherson's got a good, solid team this year. But Wamego and Abilene continue to not impress me. I know Abilene's beating Chapman tonight, but they're beating Chapman. The rest of the games this season have not been quality wins. So the Hayes High Indians really look solid here tonight against the Garden City Buffaloes. They've looked solid against Great Bend. They look solid against Liberal. I'll tell you what, this 7-0 score is waking a lot of people up about the Hayes High Indians. Valley Center tonight has only gotten 2 field goals against Newton so far through the first half. Hayes High Indians really have some opportunity through the rest of this season. What's important right now is they continue to progress in this second half, especially offensively, to be able to stay in this game and keep this game close and give yourself a chance.
49 yards for Hayes High at halftime, all on the ground. Garden City 169, 21 yards on the ground, 148 through the air. Their quarterback, Garrett Dahl, is hot and cold in the first half. He started the game 5 for 5 for 66 yards. Then he went just 2 of his next 6 for 16 yards, then completed 4 consecutive passes on that touchdown drive, the only points of the half, and he finishes the half with 148 yards passing on 11 of 15, hitting 4 different receivers. Hayes High will get the football, Kurt David, to start the second half in what may be kind of a second half defining moment.
Well, I'll tell you what, and you talked about in pregame how Garden City's really been a second half team. They've started off the game slow, and clearly Garden City started off the game slow. In the rest of their games, they've taken off in the second half, but they've played opponents that they have clearly overmatched. Garden City has not been hit tonight, had not been hit previously like they have tonight by Dylan Schmidberger, Chase Browse. We talked about it before we closed at the end of the first half. Garden City's got some bruises right now as they go into the second half, and that's something they haven't faced yet this season. That'll be an interesting dynamic to watch to see how it impacts the Buffaloes.
Garden City has outscored their opponents 49-0 in the second quarter this year, just 40-7 rest of the game in all three games leading up to this, and 31-7 in the second half. So we'll see what Hayes High will do here as we get set for the second half kickoff. It is brought to you by Steel Fabrications, the Ironmen of Western Kansas. See Steel Fab if you need it fixed, welded, built, or sandblasted. East Highway 40 in Hayes. Proud to support the area youth and all they do. Hayes will be kicking off. I believe Hayes High, they started this, they deferred to the second half, and Hayes is going to be kicking the football here. Garden City may have taken the wind.
Well, the Hayes High Indians will start both the first half, the first quarter, and the second quarter with the wind at their back. Hayes High Indians it's now just a 19-mile-an-hour wind, not the 23 or 24 miles that it started the game with, but still at the back of the Hayes High Indians.
Well, here we go. Hayes High's kicker Logan Clark will blast it into the end zone for a second touchback, and the Hayes High Indians will see Garden City with a 7-0 score go to the 20-yard line where they'll start off the second half. Real quickly, your uniform update is brought to you by Phase 2. Big thanks to Phase 2 for providing game day apparel for our broadcast. Garden City all white. White helmets with the buffalo on one side, GC on the other, and then down to the white jerseys, white pants, brown numbers. Hayes High maroon tops, white pants, white numbers, maroon helmets. Two wide receivers right, one to the left for Garden City quarterback Garrett Dahl and Quentin LaPointe, the running back to the left. Play action pass, throws, it's tipped and then nearly intercepted by Hunter Brown. It looked like it was Chase Browse. Nope, Dylan Schmidberger got his hands up in the air, tipped that pass. Hunter Brown, realizing that he can go after that ball, bumps into the wide receiver, nearly gets an interception.
Boy, nearly got an interception. Had an interception in the first half that was turned around on a very questionable pass interference call. But Hunter Brown playing close defense tonight.
Garden City quickly back up to the line of scrimmage. They run an option play out to LaPointe. LaPointe hit and dropped. Mason Ibarra stands up LaPointe for a 2-yard loss, and LaPointe a little slow getting up. That was a hard hit by Mason Ibarra.
Mason Ibarra, an outside linebacker, stayed at home to make sure that play didn't get outside him, and he was there to make that tackle 2 yards deep in the backfield.
So the ball to the 18-yard line, and 3rd down and 12 coming up for Garden City. In the first half, 3 for 6 on 3rd down. 3 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. Play action pass, no pressure on Dahl. Dahl all time, and now he gets sacked. Goes down, back in the backfield. It is Logan Schulte with the sack, his second of the season, and the Hayes High Indians force a 3-and-out. The sack back to the 13-yard line. He just kept crawling on the ground to get to the quarterback.
Logan Schulte made that sack, but that's what you're going to hear what Herrick called oftentimes a coverage sack. The Hayes High Indians secondary had all of the receivers of Garden City Buffalo. They had them covered well. Garrett Dahl couldn't find anybody. He's back there so long that the Hayes High Indian lineman got back there for Logan Schulte to make that tackle.
Anthony Flores to punt into the wind. The Indians come after it, and they almost get to it. A bad punt. It's going to land inside the Hayes High 35, and the Garden City defender let it roll 3 more yards back to the Hayes end zone. This is going to be a punt of just 18 yards, and Hayes High will have the football at the Garden City 31-yard line.
Boy, 3-and-out possession, and the Garden City Buffaloes start this second half losing 6 yards of total offense.
32 is where the ball is officially. This is a must drive for the Hayes High Indians, setting up shop at the left hash. Hayden Brown, last week's running back, is now the wide receiver right. Keaton Markley dots the I on 1st down and 10. Brown under center runs the option, but then nobody's there, so he has to reverse field, just cut up, and he's going to lose 2 yards. Somebody ran the wrong play back to the 34-yard line. Hayes High's lucky that Hunter Brown didn't get jumped on back behind the 35.
Boy, you can't have mistakes in the backfield like that. You've got to run the play. You've got to hit those holes quick. You talked about it earlier. Those 2 defensive tackles really take up 2 holes on that offensive line, and you've got to hit quick because there isn't going to be room there for very long.
2 holes each. They're 560 pounds total between the 2 defensive tackles. So Keaton Markley is going to be the the wide receiver to the right side, double tight end formation, and Hayden Brown will be the I-back. It's a handoff. Schmidberger, no. Hunter Brown pulls, and he gets back 1 of the 2 yards. This is undoubtedly going to be 4-down territory for Hayes High, you feel like, down 7-0, and this is the first time they've had the ball on the Garden City side of the field. They force a 3-and-out on a tackle for loss, a sack, and then just an 18-yard punt, 3rd and 11 coming up for the Indians.
Hunter Brown tried to disguise that fake as well as he could, but the Garden City Buffaloes sniffed it out. They really covered that play well.
Ball from the 33. Hayes in the shotgun formation for the first time tonight. Brown to throw all the way. Looking to the right side. He throws incomplete, and there's a flag as a Hayes High Indian wide receiver got knocked down to the ground. Keaton Markley took a shot over the middle. That should be an automatic first down.
And that's where Hunter Brown was taking the ball. He was taking it to Keaton Markley on that pass play. Hunter Brown had plenty of good protection back there. The Hayes High Indian offensive line protecting Hunter Brown very, very well.
Hayes had 1 penalty in the first half for 5 yards, and it was a drive killer on what would have been a 27-yard gain for Garden City. This is a 15-yard pass interference. It is their first accepted penalty of the night. Each had a penalty earlier in the game that was on the same play, and obviously then was put up for the neither team accepted because of the redo. First down inside the 20, handoff, Keaton Markley left side, gets down to the 17-yard line. That's a gain of 1.
So the Hayes High Indians have gotten 2 breaks here. One, a very poor punt that didn't gain very many yards for the Garden City Buffaloes. And the Garden City Buffaloes, a pass interference call on a 3rd down to allow the Hayes High Indians to keep moving this ball down the field. They now have it on the 18-yard line of Garden City.
Inside 9 minutes to go, third quarter. Keaton Markley splits out to the right, 2nd and 9 from the 17-yard line. Hayes High inside the red zone for the first time. Turn, handoff to Hayden Brown. Cuts back, can't find anything. He'll get maybe a yard to the 15. Now that'll be 2 yards to the 15. 3rd down coming up for the Hayes High Indians. They were 1 for 5 in the first half.
Tell you what, again, that defensive line for the Garden City Buffaloes is filling those gaps, and if you don't hit them quickly, you don't pick up very many yards against that team.
3rd down and 7. Hayes High may be thinking here, too, 4-down territory, down 7-0. So what do you do on 3rd down? Keaton Markley, wide receiver right. Mason Ibarra tight end right. Palmer Hutchison tight end left. On 3rd and 7 from the 15 on the left hash. Brown under center. Turn, handoff to Schmidberger. Cut back, nothing going. He is driven backwards, still being driven backwards. A no gain on the play, loss of a yard. 4th down and 8. Hayes High tried the counter that worked at the end of the first half, but Dylan Schmidberger got nothing on that one. And Logan Clark, he's going to come in to attempt the field goal, his first attempted field goal of the season.
And an 18-yard wind at your back, that's a good situation to have on your first field goal attempt of the season.
Garden City defense has given up no points on the season. This is going to be a 33-yard field goal for Logan Clark, his first attempt of the season in game number 4. Hunter Brown is the holder. Clark lines up. The snap from Van Pelt. The kick is up. It is on the way. It is going to be good. And the Hayes High Indians are on the board 7-3. That is the first points allowed by the Garden City defense this year. The only other points they gave up this season was on a pick 6. And the Hayes High Indians, thanks to their defense setting up a short field, have a 7-3 score in the 3rd quarter with 7:11 to go.
6 yards, they netted 6 plays, they netted only 15 yards, but got points on the board to start this second half. So, again, Hayes High Indians continuous improvement. That time the continuous improvement in terms of the offense is getting 3 points on the board, a successful field goal for Clark.
Logan Clark now on the year, 5 for 5 on extra points and 1 for 1 on field goals, a 33-yard boot. It had the distance, and Hayes High puts 3 on the board. Here we go with Hayes High kicking off with the wind again. See if the defense can stand up once again. Clark, by the way, on kickoffs tonight is perfect as well. 2 for 2 on kickoffs with the wind at his back that has died down a little bit, as Kurt mentioned. 90 degrees at kickoff, 23-mile-an-hour wind. The wind a little below 20 as the sun goes down here at Lewis Field Stadium, and then dropping more as nighttime has settled in. Clark will line things up. Graydon Mayfield to his left, Chase Browse to his right as they get ready to boot this one away. Clark tries to put it into the end zone, but this one is a low line drive kick, and it'll go out of bounds. Boy, just mishit that ball, and Garden City will get their best starting field position since of all game. They had the ball once at the 40-yard line after a punt, so this will be their second best field position, and Garden City gets a gift from the Hayes High Indians.
Yeah, Logan Clark disappointed in himself, but he said such good success so far this season kicking the ball off. Just a mistake there and a mishit.
35-yard line is where Garden City will start this second possession of the half. Hayes High gets a field goal on the board, down 7-3.
Hayes High Indians holding Garden City to 3 plays and -6 yards on the last possession.
Indians 3-3 stack, handoff, no counter play, and the option is going to throw down the field, and a big hit laid out by Keaton Markley, but a catch made shy of the first down by the up back. First catch of the season for Garden City's Ethan Martin, who's playing a little bit more tonight.
And Garrett Dahl having to backpedal because he was under pressure from the Hayes High Indian defense, but able to connect there. But again, Markley made the receiver pay for that catch.
The Indians were chasing the quarterback all around again. Now Martin in motion, left to right is the halfback. It's a handoff. LaPointe straight up the middle. He's going to get hit and dropped shy of midfield, but enough for a first down at the 44-yard line. And it'll be a gain of 5 for LaPointe. 9 carries, 22 yards. He's really had to battle hard to get his yardage tonight. Hayes down to Garden City 7-3. Offset penalties, by the way, is what I was trying to say earlier. Offset penalties. It comes to you at the most inopportune times. 3 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. Dahl option play, shovels it over to LaPointe. LaPointe has running room in Hayes territory at the 45, makes a man miss, and goes down at the 44-yard line. Mason Ibarra, possibly a touchdown-saving tackle on a gain of 7 yards.
Yeah, that time Garden City's made some corrections there. The Hayes High Indian defensive ends and the outside linebackers have played well protecting the exterior. That time they had They had blockers on each one of the defensive ends as well as the outside linebackers to allow for extra yardage.
Indians 3-down lineman. LaPointe gets the handoff again, gets driven into his own guy, reverses field, cuts back up. He's going to get maybe a half a yard. How about the Hayes High defense driving the right guard back into the play, and off the field very slowly is Martin. Or no, that is the center, Chris Henderson. He's the one that got driven backwards. I think that was more of a bruised pride thing than anything. 3rd and 3 for Garden City.
Yeah, Logan Schulte takes the 220-pound senior center backwards, and that's what ran into the runner there for Garden City.
Logan Schulte had a great camp, and he continues to improve here now 3.5 games into the year. 3rd and 3 for the Buffaloes. They put a man in motion, a little option play, jet sweep to the left side, and breaking enough tackles to get the first down as Lane Durst. Hayes read it perfectly but couldn't finish off the tackle. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd down and 3 by Lane Durst on his first carry of the season. Garden City now 1 for 2 in the second half on 3rd downs. Hayes High was hoping here to be able to force Garden City into yet another punt into the wind, but Garden City keeping their drives alive. 3 wide receivers right for Dahl. Play action pass, throws quick, slant almost intercepted. Almost taken away by Dante Blackman. The defensive end got his hands up in the air against 270-pound right tackle Raul Ravalukaba and nearly picked that off as the defensive end.
Yeah, Dante Blackman comes in at 181 pounds up against a 275-pound tackle. Does a terrific job. We heard about it earlier, Logan Schulte. Now, Logan comes in at 265 pounds, but really pushed back that 220-pound center. For the Garden City Buffaloes, the Hayes High Indian defense is holding their ground.
2nd and 10 from the 39. Hayes shows 4-down linemen this time, and they want to bring some pressure. Dahl to throw, and it's going to be caught by the near side receiver, Ty Davis. The Indians nearly got an interception. Kurt David pointing out of 2 flags in the backfield. Is this coming back? The Garden City offense hasn't moved anywhere. The head official says personal foul against Garden City. And if it's during the play, it'll wipe off the reception. and put Garden City back behind the 50-yard line. And apparently everybody saw it because there are 2 yellow flags where it occurred in the backfield. Hayes High got pressure again. It'll be marked off from the 41-yard line. Garden City's second 15-yard penalty of this half.
Well, as we're downfield, Logan Schulte, whatever the personal foul was, it was against or committed against Logan Schulte. He was the only one in the backfield there when all those flags came out of the pockets.
The ball will be backed up. Garden City at their own 44-yard line now.
On second down.
This will be second and about 27 or so.
It sounds like a passing down to me.
Now the officials getting together once again. You don't like to see that if you're Hayes High. Leave the ball where it is. Second and 26. The ball from their own 44-yard line. Aginaga, the wide receiver, left alone, and then 3 over to the right side. Ivana is going to be the tailback. He goes in motion out to the left side. 5 wide receivers for Dahl. Dahl under pressure, and there's Browse getting held. No call. Throw near side. Almost intercepted by Dylan Schmidberger. He couldn't get his hands on it. That could have been a holding. Chase Browse blew right by the right tackle. Third down and 26.
Boy, Dylan Schmidberger had his left hand on that ball, and Garrett Dahl, as soon as he left, that ball left his hands, knew that he had made a mistake. Garrett Dahl wiping his brow as he goes back to the huddle.
Remember, it was the Scott City game a year ago that Dylan Schmidberger had the game-turning interception right over the middle of the field. 3 wide receivers right, 1 to the left for Dahl. Now he has an extra protector and Ivana to his right. It's going to be a rollout pass. Browse getting pressure, throws down the field. It is almost intercepted. Tavian Kramer nearly got it that time, but Chase Browse again, pressure on the quarterback. Hayes High crowd starting to feel it a little bit here. 4:07 to go, third quarter, down 7-3 to undefeated Garden City.
Boy, Garden City had moved the ball all the way down the field, all the way into inside Hayes High Indian territory. A personal foul penalty moves them back across on their own side of midfield. Tell you what, Garden City Buffaloes are shooting themselves in the foot, and right now Garrett Ball is just trying to sling the ball down the field and really opening himself up for an interception almost 3 times on that possession.
Punting for a 4th time as Flores. Indians are going to bring some heat, try to block it, and they nearly get there. Hutchison nearly got a hand on it. Kramer's going to drop underneath the punt. Now let it go. Wise decision. It won't make it to the 20-yard line. Palmer Hutchison came screaming down the crease, set up between the guard and tackle, and nearly was able to block that punt. Hayes High nearly 2 interceptions, nearly a blocked punt. Starting to play with some swagger here in the third quarter. They're the team that's down Kurt David 7-3.
Tell you what, 9 plays, and because of the personal foul penalty, the Garden City Buffaloes net only 9 yards on that possession.
Hayes High down 7-3. This is their second possession of the second half with the win. 3:56 to go, third quarter. Ball on their own 23-yard line. This time they go with a fullback and 2 wingbacks. Brown to throw, sets up the screen, over the middle, and it's dropped. Hayden Brown had the ball, and the convoy was in front of him. He looked up the field just a second too soon. Hunter Brown 0 for 2 passing. That one might have given Hayes High the lead.
But what's important there, and I talked about it in the keys to the game, it's important that Hayes High Indians commit to the pass to at least threaten it, to try to open up some running game for them.
Indian football brought to you by Lifetime Dental Care, Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, Thomas More Prep Marion, Cross Manufacturing, Thirsties, and Paul Wertenberger Construction. 2nd and 10 from their own 23-yard line. Garden City all white, goes 5-man front, now brings up 2 linebackers to rush 7. A turn and handoff to Keaton Markley. Markley gets up to the 25, and that's 2 tough yards to set up 3rd and 8 for Hayes High.
Still, even after that play, Garden City Buffaloes not respecting the pass of the Hayes High Indians, clearly playing the run with almost 8 men up there within 2 yards of the line of scrimmage and inside the tackles.
Hayes High had 2 screen plays today. One of them set up and ran well, ends up being called back on a penalty in the first half. This time a dropped pass on a screen play, and Hayden Brown had 3 runners in front of him. Now to the shotgun formation. Schmidberger behind. Hunter Brown on 3rd down and 8 flags. No whistles. And I think Hayes High is going to take a timeout. There's still 12 on the play clock. Palmer Hutchison, he was over on the sideline here for a little bit, and he was not in the play, so I wonder if that has a little bit to do with it. Hayes High feeling like this is a big opportunity for them with the win, down 7-3. Uses their first time out of the second half. A Kalon scoreboard update for you. It is Clay Center leading Wamego 21-6 now. 24-6 in Wichita as Liberal leads over Wichita North. And that is all we got for you for the scoreboard update, brought to you by Hayes Kalon. The green grass you want in the spring starts with spraying in the fall. Call Kurt Viner, 623-8427. Third down and 8 from the 25-yard line. Hayes High forced a 3-and-out on Garden City's first possession of the second half. A short punt hit a 33-yard field goal from Logan Clark, and now face third down and 8 from their own 25 after again forcing a punt. Hayes High defense has been trying to give their offense an opportunity to stay in this game, and if you remember everything, the offense is the defense, so you're helping yourself.
I'll tell you what, Brian Hill's got to be beside himself right now. He's got a conference-leading offense at the Hayes High Indian defense. It's pretty much shut down except for one play where they gave up a touchdown in that second half.
Third and 8 out of the I formation. Brown, the wide receiver, to the right. Play action, pass off the double play action. Brown to throw, looking down the field for Palmer. Hutchison turns, and somebody either ran the wrong route or threw the wrong route. Double coverage incomplete. Hayes High will punt, but Hunter Brown had protection. Just unable to hook up with Palmer Hutchison. Palmer needed to keep running on that play. He stopped to try to find out where the ball might be.
Yeah, he was looking for where the ball was, and you got to remember, you got an 18 to 19 mile an hour wind at your back. That ball is going to continue to sail, and that's what it did while Palmer Hutchison was looking for that ball.
So Logan Clark will punt for a fourth time tonight, this time with the winds. Ball from the 25-yard line. Hayes gets just 2 yards out of that one. Snap is good. Clark, no, it's going to be a fake. Hutchison to throw. It's caught. Caught by Markley. Makes a man miss across the 35 to the 40. Still on his feet. And he takes it out to the 42-yard line. And there's a flag on the play at the 30. Palmer Hutchison lined up as the punter, number 6 instead of number 8, and Hayes High, an ineligible man down the field once again. Oh, they wipe off 2 first downs. Hayes High with the gutsiest of guts calls. 4th and 8 from their own 25. They put in the wrong punter, essentially. They put in Palmer Hutchison. The numbers look the same, 6 instead of 8. Coach Randall Rath arguing that was an eligible man down the field, and now coming in is going to be number 9, Logan Clark, to punt the football away. Oh, my goodness.
You know, in the first half, the Hayes High Indians got a call for an ineligible player downfield. It was easy to see what that was. I did not catch which particular player it was that left early.
And it happened so quick. So Logan Clark to punt. The snap is good. The punt is an end-over-end punt, keeping it away from Ortega. It's going to rocket out of bounds near the 25-yard line. Pretty good punt. Where does the official mark it out? The 27, apparently, on a 53-yard Logan Clark punt. But Hayes High, for a second time, with an ineligible man down the field, wipes off an opportunity. That would have been an 18-yard gain on 4th down and 8. 7-3, Garden City with the lead. And right now, Garden City dodging bullets from the Hayes High Indians. So far, 2 punts in the second half by Garden City. Hayes High with a field goal and punt and converted on 4th and 8, but ended up with an ineligible man down the field.
Hayes High, during this game so far, now 2 opportunities for big breaks that just haven't worked out. The Hunter Brown interception called back because of a pass interference, and that fake punt called back because of an ineligible player downfield.
4 wide receivers. Here's Dahl handing it off, and the run going nowhere. Big-time stick by the Hayes High Indians. Who else is it? Dylan Schmidberger. He puts Avi Arana into the turf after a gain of 1.
Tell you what, though, the Hayes High Indians ought to be confident on the sidelines and the defense on the field. They're having success. They just haven't gotten a couple lucky breaks to convert in their favor.
Garden City taking their time with the next play, leading 7-3, 2:17 to go, third quarter. Dahl with 3 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. He's going to play action pass, look to throw, quick pass, nearly intercepted, and then slipping on the play is going to be Ty Davis. Indians have been so close to an interception, 3rd and 2 coming up for the Buffaloes.
Well, that time getting a little bit greedy. The Indian secondary going for the interception instead of playing the receiver, and Garrett Dahl took advantage of that, made the completion.
7 yards on the completion. to Ty Davis, his 5th catch for 61 yards. 3rd and 2 coming up. Garden City in the second half, 1 for 3. 1:42 into the wind in this 3rd quarter for Garden City. Garrett Dahl with the running back Ivana behind him. It's going to be the option play. Dahl keeps, gets hit, he dives. Did he get there? Yes. Needed 2, got 3, and gets the first down. Dahl's 5th carry for a total of 3 yards. He's been sacked twice tonight. Ball up to the 39-yard line. Clock rolls with 1:28 to go in the 3rd quarter. Hayes put the first points on the scoreboard against Garden City this year against the Garden City defense. The only other 7 they gave up was on a pick 6 against Castleview, Colorado. Dahl to throw, looks for the screen, now looking down the field, under some pressure, gets hit, gets dropped. Logan Schulte is there. Also in on the scene is going to be Wyatt Sheevy, and Logan Schulte ended up with the football, but apparently after the play was dead, a gain of 1 for Garrett Dahl to the 40.
Okay, now Trey Van Pelt, like we talked about in that Liberal Redskin game, coming in to give Chase Browse a little bit of a break.
And Kurt, this ain't Liberal. This is a much better offensive line, much bigger offensive line, and Hayes High rotating out, still doing what's needed. 40 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, and the Hayes High Indians down 7-3. 2nd down and 9 from the 40-yard line. Could be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 2 wide receivers left, 2 to the right. Man in motion is going to be Ivana. Flags on the play, and they came in from 2 different spots. It came in and an illegal procedure against Garden City. No penalties in the first half. 3 now in the second half for 35 yards. 2nd down and 14 coming up from the 35.
Boy, and it's been the penalties that have really damaged Garden City Buffalo offense. The Hayes High Indian defense holding their ground, and Garden City beginning to make mistakes on offense.
Indian football brought to you by Service Master Clean of Hayes. Master Cleaners, Steel Fabrications, and Insurance Planning Incorporated. 3rd down and 15. 14 make that for Garden City. Sends 1 wide receiver left, 2 to the right. Now that H-back in front of the quarterback. Ivana to the left. Dahl wants to hand it off. Does so. And there's going to be the Hayes High Indian defense. Trey Van Pelt with the tackle of Ivana in the backfield. That'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 7-3. Hayes High down to Garden City. When we return to Lewis Field Stadium for the 4th quarter, this is Hayes High Indian football.
Lifetime Dental Care is devoted to helping you, your family, and friends achieve your healthiest and brightest smile. They are now accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 to schedule your appointment. They know every person's dental needs are unique, and that is why they offer you a comprehensive selection of treatment options in a comfortable and caring atmosphere. Dr. Lowe and his dental team want you to enjoy your visit. Lifetime Dental Care, accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 or see them at lifetimedentalcare.com.
For over 60 years, Eagle Communications has been the leader in value and service. And over that time, our specialized teams have been helping businesses grow because Eagle is your one-stop for business solutions. We can provide the latest in hosted phone, reliable fiber internet, IT support, business compliance, and network planning. Plus, we offer affordable advertising on television, radio, and digital platforms. Call our employee owners today and let us serve you. Eagle Communications, our community connected.
On to the 4th quarter, 7-3 Garden City. Garden City is going to have 3rd down, about 16 after that loss of 2 on the previous play.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Hayes High Indians have stayed in this game, and now it's a matter of seeing if they can force mistakes against Garden City. Penalty-wise, Garden City's already been doing that, and some of Garrett Dahl's pass attempts have looked like he's beginning to panic a little bit.
Ball from the 33, Garden City's own 33, now with the win. 3rd down and 16 for the Buffaloes on the first play of the 4th quarter. Buffaloes up 4, 7-3. 2 wide receivers right, 1 to the left. Play action pass. No, it's going to be a straight handoff on the draw, and the Indians going to bring the running back down at the 40. That is going to be Ivana. We have not seen Quentin LaPointe in the second half. Garden City basically conceding, giving up the 6 yards, and they'll punt the football away with the wins.
Tell you what, 6 plays. And Garden City picked up just over, almost not quite 20 yards. So Hayes High Indian defense has forced a turnover by Garden City, and Hayes High Indian offense is going to get this ball back.
A 5th punt for Anthony Flores. He had punted just 10 times in 3 games. Flores kick, a high, great kick. Kramer watches it bounce as he falls down. It gets into the end zone, and thankfully so. 61 yards on the punt. And Hayes High will start at their own 20-yard line, down 7-3 to Garden City. And they've got a chance to move the ball into the wind and continue to work here in this fourth quarter. 11:14 on the clock. Indian football brought to you by Gottschalk Equipment, Hayes Chevrolet, Walmart, and American Family Insurance agent Kurt Staub. Kurt David, Hayes High hasn't backed down 1 inch in this ballgame.
No, they held Garden City 6 plays, and Garden City netted only 12 yards on that particular possession. So they've gone 9 yards, losing 6 yards. The Hayes High Indian defense has come out strong in this second half, and the Garden City Buffaloes cannot be used to that.
2 wide receivers to the right. Hunter Brown under center this time. Hayden Brown will take the toss. He's going to hit the edge. 20, 25-yard line. He'll gain 6 on first down out to the 26. Hayes High had not tried to run outside the tackles the entire night, and Hayden Brown on just his second carry takes it out to the 26-yard line.
That's a nice pickup, very successful. And again, those 2 defensive ends lead their team in tackles for loss, tackles in sacks. Those 2 defensive ends are good, and the Hayes High Indians attacked them on that particular play.
Indians down by 4, moving into the wind that is still up around 15 to 20 miles an hour. Mason Ibarra, Keaton Markley, wide receivers right, Schmidberger the fullback, and then Hayden Brown behind him. It's a turn, handoff to Schmidberger. First down at the 30, up to the 32-yard line, and the Hayes High Indians move the sticks. First and 10 coming from the 32, another gain of 6.
Tell you what, Logan Schulte making an initial block on a lineman and then getting downfield to pick up a linebacker, so the Hayes High Indians now beginning to control the line of scrimmage.
Hayes Kalon scoreboard update for you. McPherson up 34-0 on what will be previously undefeated Augusta.
Dustin, I think
beating Salina South 14-0.
Dustin, I think something else to point out here during the break between the quarters, the Hayes High Indian crowd really getting behind the Indians tonight. The home field advantage really began to be felt there.
5 front for the Garden City Buffaloes. They're going to blitz 7. It's an option play to the left side. Hunter Brown waits, cuts back, finds a crease to get back to the 30. That means he's going to lose 2 on the play, and quite honestly, that was about the best outcome of that play.
I was going to say he actually probably picked up 5, because if he'd have pitched that ball, that was going to be a loss of 7 yards.
So second down and 12. Hayes High now back at their own 30-yard line. Your scoreboard update was brought to you by Hayes Kalon. Call Kirk Mask at 623-0674 for the green grass you won in the spring. It all starts with spraying in the fall. 9:35 and counting. Fourth quarter. Hayes trails Garden City 7-3. 2 wide receivers right, Mayfield and Markley. Tied in to the left side is going to be Hutchison. Toss right side. Hayden Brown tries to find the corner. Cuts it up the field across the 35. And he lowers the shoulder on a Garden City defender to get up to the 39-yard line, picking up an extra 4 yards. And a slow defender to get up for Garden City. That's one of the linebackers. That was Ethan Crone, the defensive end, slow to get up because Hayden Brown and all 159 of them just trucked right into the defensive ends.
And Dylan Schmidberger playing tough, getting a block downfield to allow for some extra yardage. So the Hayes High Indian offense getting blocks down in the secondary.
3rd and 3, 2 wide receivers left in this I formation. Ibarra tied into the right, toss left side for Hayden Brown. He gets tripped up in the backfield. Otherwise, he's off to the races. It's a tackle made by Ryan Jarmer, the linebacker, blitzed in and tripped him up back at the 35, a loss of 4. And Hayes High will punt. Hayes High starting to run outside the tackles. If they turn the corner, Hayes High, Hayden Brown might have been off to the races. Now a punt into the wind for Logan Clark. The ball will be snapped from the 35-yard line. And Hayes High now late getting a player on. They rush a player on, still 10 seconds to go before the play clock expires. Plenty of time with 6. Logan Clark takes the snap, gets the kick away, a low bouncing kick. Again, well done by Logan Clark. Keeps it away from David Arteaga, who picks it up, gets by the first man and gets taken down at the 32-yard line. Dangerous for Garden City. It ends up working out for him. 37 yards on Logan Clark's 5th punt of the night.
Well, I'll tell you what, Logan Clark did 2 good things there. First of all, as he was setting the play up, he made sure to count the players before he asked for the snap and noticed that they were 1 player down, made for that call to the coach to get the extra player in there. and he obviously has been practicing punts to keep them low as he's punting into the wind. That's the second time we've seen him do that, get that ball low, and then take advantage of the bounce and the roll.
There's going to be 2 running backs with Garrett Dahl in the backfield this time. LaPointe, one of them, but he motions out to the left. It's going to be a draw play by the quarterback. Dahl has room to run, gets near a first down. He's going to pick up 9 to the 41-yard line. That was well designed and well executed by Garden City.
Well, now the Hayes High Indian defense is really going to get tested because Garden City is going to be motivated here with 7 minutes and 43 seconds left in this game, only up by 4. Garden City's in a position where they feel like they've got to put points on the board on this possession.
Hayes High wants that football back one more time. 3-3 stack formation for Hayes High. That splits Dylan Schmidberger to be standing as more like an outside linebacker to the outside of the formation. Martin in motion, left to right. Dahl turns, hands off on 2nd and 1. LaPointe to the right side. Big hole. There's a tackle across the 45. And then LaPointe breaks the tackle into Hayes High territory at the 48-yard line. One of the first times we've seen Hayes High just kind of miss on a what looked like to be for sure tackle.
Coach Rath needs to remember he's got 2 timeouts left with 7 minutes left in this fourth quarter. Remember, 8 starters play both ways for the Hayes High Indians. This defense, these players have been on the field for a long time.
Garden City with the football in Hayes territory at the plus 48-yard line. Indian football brought to you by Verney's Hamburger House, Commercial Builders, Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, and G&L Tire and Automotive. Just inside 7 minutes ago, Hayes down 7-3. Here's Dahl, turn, handoff LaPointe. Bounces to the right side. Indians keep him contained that time, and it's Hayden Brown with the tackle. It's a gain of 3 to the 46. Call that a gain of 2 to the 46.
All right, Trey Van Pelt gets a break for a couple plays. He's coming now in for Logan Schulte to give Logan Schulte a little bit of break. Again, being able to cycle in some fresh players is certainly going to help the Hayes High Indians during what now is 6 minutes and 30 seconds left in this game.
Garden City brings in an extra wide receiver, David Artega, who had the only touchdown of the game so far to the right side. Play clock down to 15. Ball just shy of the 45-yard line, 2nd and 8. Garden City leading Hayes High 7-3 here in the fourth quarter at Lewis Field Stadium. Dahl in that shotgun. 2 wide receivers right, 2 left. Play action pass. Now he's going to throw the screen. It's caught by LaPointe. Has room to run. Gets hit, and he's going to get driven down right at the first down marker. Hayes High had a beat on him, and a late block opened it up for 7 yards to LaPointe.
Not quite over the first down marker, but he did make additional yard or 2 after that initial contact by the Hayes High Indian secondary defender.
3rd and 1, time to grab a bucket of guts. See if you can't make a stop here on 3rd down and about a 3/4 of a yard. Garden City taking time on this play. They bring back in the blocking back, Martin, who has a catch tonight. He's to the right of the quarterback. Behind him is LaPointe on 3rd down and 1 from the 39-yard line. LaPointe now to the right of the quarterback. This is a keeper by Dahl the whole way. He's going to bounce it to the outside. Watch out. And then he just runs himself out of bounds at the 36-yard line. He ran right at the line like that's where he wanted to go, then bounced it over to the right side and picked up 3 yards.
Boy, it looks like Garden City's just trying to have a ball control offense to try and run as much time off the clock as they can. They've already had this possession now for 5 plays in 2 minutes with just under 6 minutes left in the game.
Indian football brought to you by Whiskey Creek, Home Steel Siding and Windows, Next Tech Wireless, and Redeem Designs. The play doesn't even come in from the sideline until there's 15 on the play clock. 5:55, the clock is frozen after Dahl went out of bounds on 3rd down and 1, picking up 3. Puts LaPointe to his left with 4 wide receivers. Wants to throw. Now under pressure. Rolls out to his right. Jumps a pass down the field. It is incomplete. Intended on that side for Ty Davis. Tied up with Hunter Brown. It is the 2 number 11s going at it, and Hayes High has a player down on the field. That is center and defensive tackle Trey Van Pelt.
Not sure how he went down there. I didn't see quite the hit or what happened there, but
well, that tends to be the problem. If there's not a lot of contact, that's what you hate to see, is the potential of what could be. Now Hayes High down a defensive tackle and a center. So Hayes High, should they get the football back, is going to have to work somebody in here. And the head trainer going to the left knee of Trey Van Pelt. Indian football brought to you by NCK Tech, Commerce Bank, James Motor Company, Leon's Welding and Fabrication, and Eagle Communications. And the Indians going to take a knee as Trey Van Pelt lays on the 45-yard line by the Garden City sideline. Now they are working down towards the left ankle. Hayes High with an excellent staff of medical trainers.
Colton Schoendaler getting warmed up, though, as the backup center right now on the sideline.
Well, and that was the question, is who would it be? And Kurt called it. You work on these situations hoping that you don't have to use it. And so then you have to replace your right guard. Chase Browse is usually the backup left guard. Van Pelt is up and is going to walk off on his own pressure. So apparently it's a left ankle injury right now. Remember, Kyler Kinke is playing with a bum right high sprained ankle. And he continues to try to gut it out as much as he can on the offensive side of the ball.
Boy, but smart. Hunter Brown's over here on the sidelines, coming away from the defensive hand from the huddle to take time with Colton Schoendaler to start getting the snap back. There's 5 minutes and 48 seconds left. Hunter Brown knows he's going to get a chance to get this ball back and needs to be prepared.
And, Kurt, if you look at this team, there's a lot of juniors that play. There's not a ton of seniors. You do have Trey Van Pelt, Hunter Brown, and Kyler Kinke, Dante Blackman, and Dylan Schmidberger in there. Graydon Mayfield in as well as a senior, but then a lot of juniors and a couple of sophomores after that. You need somebody to step up and do that without the coach needing you to tell it. 2nd down and 10 after the incomplete pass, 5:48 to go, fourth quarter. Hayes down 7-3, trying to get a stop as Garden City has the football. Avana in motion to the right of the quarterback, Dahl. It's going to be a keeper by Dahl. Straight up the middle. He makes a man miss, and then the Indians trying to hammer him as it is Brown, that's Hayden Brown, and Palmer Hutchison. Nope, Wyatt Sheevy making the tackle, and it's 3rd down and 5 after the 5-yard gain by Dahl.
Hayes High Indians need to stiffen up here. Not only have they lost the center here with Trey Van Pelt on the side, but Trey Van Pelt's been a very important part of subbing in on the defensive line and bringing a fresh body in on defense.
He had a tackle for loss in this game, his 3rd of the year and 3rd in 2 games. 3rd down and 5 for Garden City. Avana will move to the right. Make that the left of the quarterback this time. Dahl is going to hand it off to Arana. Look to the right side. Indians are there. Missed the initial tackle. And then there's 3 more maroon jerseys swarming to the football. And it's going to be a loss of a yard, maybe 2, setting up 4th down for Garden City. What do they do here? They keep the offense on the field on what will be 4th down and about 7 yards. Chase Browse with the tackle for loss on that play.
Dylan Schmidberger cuts the defensive end, containing that ball to the middle of the field and allowing the Hayes High Indian defenders to swarm to that tackle.
4th and 6. Can the Hayes High Indian defense stand up here? 4 wide receivers for Dahl. Drops back to pass, has time. He can run if he wants. He's going to throw to the end zone. Incomplete, and the Indians hold on defense. Hayes High will get the football with 4:25 remaining, 2 timeouts, and they've got an opportunity here to move left to right towards the end zone, down by 4.
Boy, Garrett Dahl's going to look on film and see that he could have run that ball for the 1st down. So 9 plays, they go 30 yards, and they come up with no points.
Hayes High holding Garden City in the second half to 3 punts and a change of possession on downs. They have the football at their own 33, down 7-3. Let's hope that the Hayes High crowd here can get in behind this offense, who is really 1 play away from maybe turning around this game back in the 3rd quarter.
And realistically, this may be the last opportunity for the Hayes High Indian offense.
I formation, unbalanced, and Hunter Brown had the ball fumbled, and he had to hop onto it. A loss of 1 on the center to a quarterback exchange with a new center in the game.
That's right. Now, the Garden City Buffaloes on their last 3 possessions have possessed the ball for 3 minutes and 20 seconds, 3:30, 3 minutes and 20 seconds. The Hayes High Indians need to understand this is their last opportunity to possess this ball, most likely.
Remember, Trey Van Pelt is out with a left ankle injury, so Colton Schoendaler taking his first varsity snaps at center. Garden City realizing it, they came hard at him. The left guard, we'll check it here as we get everybody put in. Here's going to be a high snap. Handoff to Hayden Brown. He's going to get hit and driven backwards. Boy, Hayes High just trying to run a little wrinkle here out of the shotgun, giving it to Hayden Brown, crossing in front of the face mask of Hunter Brown. The Indians go backwards to the 27-yard line. That is a loss of 5. 3rd down and what is about 16 yards coming up for Hayes High. They're 0 for 3 in the second half.
Yeah, and you almost wonder if the center changed. I know that's back in the shotgun, but the way that Hayden Brown was coming across, he actually had to pause a little bit to slow down to take that handoff, and you wonder just the timing off just a little bit for the Hayes High Indians.
3rd and 18. Hayes High into what wind is left. About still 15 miles an hour. I formation, timeout, Hayes High.
It's going to be their second timeout taken.
Well, and you wondered with 2 timeouts left, if Hayes High didn't convert, you can still punt the football away, use your 2 timeouts, try to get a stop. But now with 1 timeout left, is that about all that there's going to be? And you go for it on this next potential 4th down. You can still convert on 3rd down and about 18 yards, we'll call it. 3rd down and 16 coming up, 2:54 remaining.
Yeah, probably a very good use by Coach Rath there is let the offense kind of slow down here a little bit, kind of regroup, because you've got to pick a good play. Then maybe not even pick up. You don't have to pick up all 18 yards here on one play, but you got to get close to the stick to make it doable, to give yourself some options, maybe like a 4th and 3, or even a 4th and 4 would be okay. But you don't have to pick up all 18 on one play.
Trey Van Pelt, who's played an outstanding game right now, is down on the trainer's table getting his left ankle and foot looked at. And so Colton Schoendaler is now the center. The left guard is Kyler Kinky. The right guard is now Chase Browse. 2:54 to go. Hayes High down 7-3. A busted coverage touchdown for Garden City is the difference in this game right now. You could argue that Hayes would be up 3-0 right now. 3rd down and long, 16 for Hayes High. Hunter Brown, play action pass, setting up the screen, just has to run and throw it away. Boy, the Indians never got a chance to actually set up the screen, and quite honestly, the Indians center was about 12 yards down the field, and that may have been an eligible man down the field anyway. What does Hayes do on 3rd and 17? They're 4th and 17. They're 0 for 4 passing, and Hayes High is going to have to punt. And you got to believe here that you got to try to get a 3 and out and the football back. You have a timeout remaining, and that's where that previous timeout right there was so costly. So Logan Clark will have to punt into the wind. The ball at their own 27. If it's 4th and closer, you think about it. It's 4th and 17 from their own 27. Garden City doesn't appear to be coming after this one. Fairly high snap with a new long snapper in the game and a good punt by Logan Clark. Hayes High will let it bounce. It'll take a nice little 9 wedge back to the 41-yard line, and the Hayes High Indians have the football. Garden City has the football after the 32-yard punts. Hayes High second half, field goal, punt. Hayes High, remember, kind of hurt themselves, and a flag on the play out by the 40-yard line. Personal foul, Garden City. So the football remains with the Buffaloes. It happened after the punt, and the Indian player that is down on the sideline near the Hayes High bench, I think that's Chase Browse. And he's going to get up, and head coach Randall Rath is livid with the officials right now. He may be asking here for a ejection. Chase Browse is holding his stomach coming out of the game. Head coach Randall Rath is livid with the officials right now, talking about the fact that his player is now hurt and out of the game because of that personal foul. And there was no ejection. Well, now with Chase Browse and Trey Van Pelt out of the game, Kyler Kinky has to come in on the defensive line. 27-yard line is where Garden City is, and Garden City, you can tell, Kurt David, is not in their normal zone. They are taking a hit here from Hayes High and not responding well.
Yeah, Garden City's got 2 minutes and 39 seconds left. You got to believe they're going to keep this ball on the ground, so the Hayes High Indian defensive line has got to do their job for 3 plays.
From their own 27, handoff LaPointe. He's going to get hit around the ankles, taken down by Kyler Kinky.
And there's 1 play.
Hayes High does not use the timeout yet. They only have 1 remaining. LaPointe picked up 2 to the 29-yard line. Here comes Chase Browse into the game.
And there's an official timeout now.
Now the clock is stopped at 2:24. And the clock will run with 2:24. Garden City is going to use up as much of this clock as they can. They still have 3 timeouts remaining. The clock is not Hayes High's friend right now, down 7-3. 2 offensive plays really hurting the Indians, both on screen passes, one on 4th and 8 in the third quarter that would have put Hayes High at first down near midfield. LaPointe is the running back. It's going to be a snap to Dahl, hand off to LaPointe. He gets taken down in the backfield. field. Palmer Hutchison eats him up, and Hayes High is going to use their timeout. The ball back at the 24-yard line. It's a loss of 5 on the tackle made by Palmer Hutchison. The tackle for loss for Palmer in this fourth quarter.
And that's 2. The Hayes High Indian defensive line needed to do their job for 3 plays. They've done it now for 2. Now it's 3rd and 12, 1 minute and 55 seconds left. Garden City Buffaloes backed up on their own 24-yard line.
39 yards on 15 carries for Quentin LaPointe. He came in averaging a little over 4 yards per rush. 1:55 to go. Hayes High now out of timeouts, down 7-3 to Garden City. The Buffaloes with the football at their own 24-yard line. This third down play is the game on 3rd and 13 because for the most part, Garden City can run out the clock if they can't get the stop here on 3rd and 13.
Exactly right. You hate to put the game into one play here, but this is the last. If the defensive line can hold for one more play against Garden City, they'll at least give Hunter Brown and the offense a chance with the ball back.
Garden City is 3 for 8 on third downs in this second half and 6 for 13 overall. Hayes High needs a big defensive stop with 1:55 remaining. Garden City got to wonder what they'll do. Do they run the ball to try to keep the clock moving, or do you pass and potentially stop the ball and clock for Hayes High? 2 in the backfield with Dahl, 2 wide receivers left, 2 to the right, or 1 to the right. It's going to be Dahl, handoff to LaPointe, bounces it out to the right side. He's going to get near the sideline, get taken down. Hayes High trying to strip the football. It's a gain of 1, but Hayes High can't stop the clock. Clock rolls with 1:45 remaining. The play clock still hasn't started. The officials still haven't started the play clock. Play clock still not starting.
Hayes High Indian defense stringing that play out to give themselves the numbers to the far side of the field. Very good coverage on the exterior, the perimeter of the field.
A punt by Anthony Flores with the wind. Or will Garden City even punt the football? Head coach Brian Hill right by the official. He's going to take a timeout here when the clock gets down to 1. That'll leave just over a minute left to go in this game. Timeout on the field. Garden City uses a timeout. Hayes High, Kurt David is going to get one more shot with the football, barring anything crazy here.
They're not going to have any timeouts left, but they're going to have about a minute left. But now remember, Garden City Buffaloes have got about an 18-mile-an-hour wind. It's died down maybe even a little bit more, so not quite as strong, certainly not as strong as we started the game. The Hayes High Indians are going to be backed up, though, in their own territory, but have 1 minute left in the game. And we know what Hunter Brown's going to get the opportunity to do. He's going to need protection from the interior part of his line there. He's going to need protection on the interior to give himself time to be able to set up and find a receiver downfield.
And he needs that time without his starting center in the game, Trey Van Pelt, done for the night. 1:05 remaining. Garden City takes the timeout. Hayes High needs to do 2 things here. Don't run into the kicker and secure the football. They'll get around a minute just inside of it with the football. No timeouts, down 7-3. Does Hayes High come after the punt? Palmer Hutchison came oh so close to getting one earlier, but he stands back at about the 35-yard line. Hayes High setting up a heavy left side rush on this punt. The snap is back. The punt is away cleanly, and Kramer will let this bounce. It's going to take a lateral bounce and not go out of bounds, but it takes a Hayes High bounce for about an extra yard. And stop the clock. How long does the ball set on the turf before it stopped? And it stops at the 44-yard line, a 30-yard punt. Garden City had puntages 10 times all year. They punted 6 tonight. Hayes High 52 seconds and 56 yards away from trying to upset Garden City here at Lewis Field Stadium.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Hayes High Indians have the ball in better field position than I would have expected. I would have expected that punt to go back inside the 30.
Mayfield, wide receiver right with Hayden Brown. Wide receiver left is going to be Palmer Hutchison. Shotgun formation for Hunter Brown. Brown will take the snap, drop back to pass. He has time, looking over the middle. It is incomplete, intended for Keaton Markley. And the Indians misfire on 1st and 10, 0 for 5 for Hunter Brown. Ball at the 44, 47 seconds left. Hayes High trying to use the middle of the field because in high school football, the clock stops with a first down.
Hey, the 2 defensive tackles have really narrowed. They are really picking on Colton Schoendaler, the new center for the Hayes High Indians. They've narrowed their gaps and really are rushing the center of that field hitting both of those gaps right there over Colton Schoendahl.
I formation for Brown this time. He's going to fumble the football, pick it up. Now he's in some trouble, looking around, trying to get it to somebody. Still has time, picks up a block from Schulte, looking down the field. He's looking to throw it down. It is incomplete. Oh, and then nearly a late flag on there. The official reached back for his flag. One of the Garden City players got up and started running at Kyler Kinke. That was Jasper Parton, the senior defensive end, and the official was reaching for his flag. Incomplete. 3rd down and 10 for Hayes, coming up from the 44-yard line. 35 seconds to go. Hayes High down to potentially 2 plays here. Down 7-3. Hutchison wide receiver left. Mayfield right. Now Keaton Markley slot left. Indians trying to give themselves a chance here. Shotgun formation for Hunter Brown. Here's the blitz on. Play action pass. Schmidberger picks up the blitz, but Brown in trouble. Runs away from DeMarcus Elliott. Throws down the field. It is caught. Nope, dropped. 4th and 10 coming up for the Hayes High Indians.
Keaton Markley over here on the near side of the field, kind of waving his arms, saying, I think I'm open here, Hunter. But Hunter Brown having to scramble to get away from the defensive line of the Garden City Buffaloes.
Just no time to pass the football. Garden City bringing their 4-down linemen and then rushing 2 linebackers, and now they're backing everybody up. You can see the linebackers now backing up 10 yards to the 1st down marker. Indians need to get 10 yards and then somehow convert down the field. Here's Mason Ibarra, wide receiver right, 2 wide receivers left. Now 4 wide receivers for Brown on 4th down and 10. He has time to throw, looks to the sideline, caught! It's a 1st down! Picked up by the Hayes High Indians. Palmer Hutchison. The clock stopped, but the Indians need to get up and spike the football. Hayes High's got to hurry up. No timeouts left. 23 seconds remaining. Indians needed 10. They picked up 10 on the completion to Palmer Hutchison. Hayes High hurrying up. They need to hurry. Clock rolls with 20 seconds remaining. Shotgun formation for Brown. He's going to take the snap. Drop back to pass. Rushed up the middle. Throws over. Complete to Keaton Markley. That's a 1st down. A gain of 11 down to the 35-yard line. Hayes High's got to hurry up, and a flag on the play in the backfield. Personal foul. Roughing the passer on Garden City. Tack on 15 more yards.
Okay, the Hayes High Indian offensive line on the last 2 plays, giving Hunter Brown some time to throw that ball. There's going to be 8 seconds left on the clock. Okay, and the ball's going to be placed now on the 20.
And the clock will stop, I believe, with that penalty. And now the officials coming over. And that's the question that Coach Randall Rath has for the officials. Will the clock wind or will it stop? If it's winding, you look at snapping the ball and spiking it. The 15-yard penalty after the diving catch by Markley puts it at the 25-yard line.
Hayes High Indians have the ball on the 25-yard line of Garden City. 8 seconds left.
Now the officials talking. This lets Hayes High set up their play. 2 wide receivers right. Mayfield, Hayden Brown, Palmer Hutchison, Keaton Markley to the left. Here comes the play. The clock will wind. Hayes High's got to hurry. The snap back to Hunter Brown. Brown looking down the field, looking for the end zone for Keaton Markley. It's going to be intercepted, and that's the ball game. Hayes High gave it a ride. They shot for the end zone, went for Palmer Hutchison, and couldn't quite get the corner of the end zone. Hayes High falls to Garden City 7-3, Kurt David.
Dustin, I'll tell you what, the Hayes High Indians are going to fall on the last play of the game, but they've got nothing to be ashamed of, and my hat's off to the Hayes High Indian crowd here, who's given a standing ovation to the Indians right now. They deserve it. Coming in tonight, the defending Western Athletic Conference champions, the Garden City Buffaloes, 3-0, the leaders in the Western Athletic Conference in offense, the leaders in defense, individuals who lead individual categories for the Western Athletic Conference. And if you would have told me this would come down to the last play of the game, that the Hayes High Indians could win this game, I don't know. Again, the Hayes High Indians have shown some great perseverance tonight, played a terrific game, and again, this has opened some eyes across the Western Athletic Conference and across district play. Believe me, not just Wamego and Abilene, but McPherson's got to be looking at this and going, you know what, Hayes High Indians are not a pushover this year.
Kurt David, the Hayes High Indians right now, you can see it on their faces. This hurts. they are not taking joy in losing 7-3. This hurts the Hayes High Indians right now.
What will be interesting to see is how the Hayes High Indians take this on the bus next week to Valley Center. We haven't seen a score since halftime again for Valley Center against Newton, but at that point, Valley Center only had 2 field goals against Newton. Valley Center, like Garden City, comes in tonight very relatively untested, and I tell you, Garden City walks away with some bruises here. They haven't been hit this hard, and Garden City has shaken every Hayes High Indian player's hand. They know they've been in a battle this evening.
Hayes High falls to Garden City 7-3. What a ball game here at Lewis Field Stadium. For the ECTV Hayes Post crew and Kurt David, I'm Dustin Armbruster. This has been Hayes High Indian Football.